of friends who are gathered over the interwebs to tell a story collaboratively through the medium of Dungeons and Dragons. In this first episode that you will undoubtedly have seen now, because no one skips episode 1, right? The party has successfully been playing for about a month now, give or take together, and so this is like our like fourth session. Episode 1 was, but at the end of the session, they had went to a mansion where they were they went there to clear out a group of effectively neo-Nazi terrorists. Ooh, probably shouldn't say that part. Anyway, terrorists that have that captured and kidnapped and are enslaving those of short stature. They are very heightist, if you will. They call themselves the Broken Body Extermination Guild. They finished defeating them, at least the charter that runs in this city, and now they have decided to take the ritual to fill the ritual that will end up binding the house that they are in, the mansion. It's a magical mansion, in service to the character Alyssa. So with that, without any further ado, um, we can go ahead and get back into the show. So Jellybones is a skeleton who wears a top hat and walks with a cane and has a bit of a suit on. He comes out and he spoke to them, and after each wave, there are 3 waves for the ritual that they're in. The first wave they just finished, they just cleared, so he now reappears. And with that, can we get the battle map pulled up, please? Okay, now let me find through my notes because he has a riddle for you, but I can't remember what it is. One second. I just had this recently.
It's in the chat.
Uh, which chat? Hmm. That's the third one. I'm looking for the second one. Well, you guys, technical difficulties. This will hopefully be edited out. Um.
There
Okay.
you go. I sent the other one.
Thank you. All right. So the party is gathered around recovering from the battle that literally just ended. Jelly Bones taps his walking stick on the ground twice and says, "Hey, yo, that was a pretty good fight you guys just had. I mean, I thought you was gonna take more losses than that, but hey, you did all right. With that being said, here comes the second riddle I got for you. So here it is. Okay, look, you help if you get it right, I'll help you out. If you get it wrong, I'll hurt you. After next session, you'll after the next wave, you'll either be, alive or not alive, and then I'll come back and do it again if you are the first. But anyway, so I am rich. Wait, oops. uh, I am thought after by many and sought after by few. I am what rich and poor have in difference. I have many forms, but only one truth. I wax and wane through each generation, though my truth endures for eons. What am I? And I will actually ask Avon to post that in chat for us, please, so everyone can
Done.
look at it.
I'm sought after by many and sought after by few. And what rich and poor have in difference. I'm many fours, but only one truth. I wax and wane with each generation. One truth endures for eons.
Indifferently or in space difference?
I was going to
It
ask
is
the
as
same
it.
thing.
Yeah, it is as it is. It is written.
Okay.
Indifference.
Just wanted to make sure.
So rich and poor don't care. Sought after by many and sought after.
I am taught after by many is supposed to be sought or
Thought after.
thought after.
thought after by many, sought after by few, or whatever it was.
Truth endures for eons.
Yeah. So one more time, it is I am thought after by many, and sought after by few. I am what rich and poor have in difference. I have many forms, but only one truth. I wax and wane with each generation, though my truth endures for eons.
All right.
I suck at riddles.
Well,
Sought after by many, sought after by few. What rich and poor have in difference. I have many forms, but only one truth. I wax and wane with each generation. My truth endures for eons.
Is it something obscure like happiness? I don't know.
I think it might be history or like knowledge. Because there's only one truth, but many forms. So there's many different writings of history, but there's only one truth to it.
Perspectives.
Perspective.
Could be it. But if it was perspective, then what is the my truth endures for eons? It doesn't work with it. So,
Erwin kind of turns to Hastron, and is it nothing?
I don't think so.
Thought after by many, sought after by few.
Yeah, but that wouldn't work for the rich and poor part.
There's nothing different between rich and poor.
It's what they have in difference, not indifferent. The poor man often does not realize. Well, the poor man stops caring he has nothing, whereas the rich man doesn't think about it.
I have many forms, but only one. Wait. Money. Or wealth. That could be it.
Well,
But isn't well sought after by all? Well, most people.
yeah, so why would the truth endure for eons?
Because money talks. Wait, no. That could be it. Thought after by memory, sought after. I think it's history.
I'm willing to go with your guess as well.
We're standing by history then. Unless anyone else has an idea.
I think it's biting.
I'm gonna guess no.
That's the answer to everything, isn't it, Felicity?
It is the answer to everything. Everything is biting.
Yes.
Maybe it has
yes,
to do
it
with the
is.
history of biting.
History of biting things. Absolutely. That's got to be the answer.
Well,
History.
only one way to find out.
My answer is history.
Okay. With that, the skeletal kind of slumps forward for a little bit and says, "Hey, yo, you had a good run, but unfortunately, that ain't what I was looking for. I mean, yeah, it kind of applies, but the guy who made the riddle put the spell on me. He had a different perspective, if you know what I'm talking about. So, hey, look, the answer is power, because, many people think about power, but very few actually search for it. Rich and poor can both be powerful. It doesn't matter. It's indifferent to wealth. They have many forms of power, but there's really only one true power. That's the power of the gods, of course. It waxes and wanes with each generation, but, the power of the gods is the one thing that's constant. So, yeah, the answer's power. You got it wrong. I need to...
What if I'm not religious? I
I'm
feel like
afraid
that
that's
riddle
not
may
it.
be a little biased if I'm not religious. I'm feeling
Well,
personally attacked right now.
This is a world where people are legitimately raised from the dead on, like, a yearly basis by the power of the gods. If you are not
Well.
religious, then you are not paying attention.
Yeah, but like that could just be like YOLO. Like I don't want to die. So
Well,
I'm
my
joking, I'm
answer that I
Well,
gave,
in that
well,
case, it'd be like
punishment.
Yolt, because you only live
Yolt.
twice in that case if you get raised from the dead. But anyway,
Oh.
Ooh, true.
You only live as many times as you are raised. So let's not turn into acronym wise.
We need to make that okay.
Wait,
So that's
you
officially
only live as
yeah.
many times
New merch
as
item number
you
37.
are raised.
right, and that's the name of this episode from here on
Yellow,
out. That's
yellow matar.
the
Yolmatar.
acronym. Yeah, the acronym for that.
Yolmatar.
Yeah, Yolomatar.
Yolmatar.
Yellow matar.
Actually,
Wow.
that could totally be your guys' name.
Oh,
Seriously,
God.
Yolomatar.
Oh my god.
So, Master Jellybons, what are you going
What
to do to us?
punishment must I bear?
Well, that's a
for-
good point here. Let me think. What's a thin punishment? You weren't too far off, and that does actually, believe it or not, play into things. Tell you what. Pick somebody to come forward.
I'll step forward.
I'm kind of stuck to the bar.
Astron.
All right. He walks up to Hasterod and he says, "Hey, you're a guy. You're a nice guy. I'm not gonna do too much." And then he like leaves. And when he leaves, and then he turns into dust again, your lowest level spell slot that you have available is taken away. One of them is not permanently, just for like it's just you expended a spell slot.
All right.
Yeet.
All right.
Oh, thank goodness it was not me.
Alrighty. And with that,
I have 2 first level spells left. Let's go.
and with that,
Good boy.
the battle is now once more joined. Let me pull up my stuff. Go ahead and prepare yourselves by rolling initiative.
Prepare yourselves. I gave out my character sheet so I could like punch little buttons, and now I still have to like type things in.
We're slow with the whole technology stuff.
Okay, at least I don't have like a terrible initiative.
3.
Initiative rolls are a little rough.
I like how you said that in character. So in the middle of battle, it's just like Arrow is like, "I don't have a terrible initiative."
Well, listen. Sometimes you just have to accept the fact that you are in the middle of the actions
13.
as they were.
Big old 2.
Clerics just have a terrible time with initiative for some fucking reason.
It's almost like I have a -1 to dexterity.
Maybe. Possibly.
I mean, I think it might be slightly better if they have like bad initiative, because that way, if anyone needs healing, they can immediately bring them up.
Well, I mean,
Hopefully.
So here's my quick question before we jump into this.
Sure.
Mhm.
We went from one battle straight into the other, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't
There
believe
was-
I dropped out of my wild shape.
No, only about a minute passed. So anything that was concentration or like
Oh,
rages,
yeet.
they're all gone. But
Yeet.
yeah, your wild shape would not have fallen yet. Nope.
Sweet.
And now damage that it had still carries over, obviously.
Yes.
Unless you want to spend your time in that minute, you
I'm
can say that you healed yourself with your spells.
I also had my healing spirit hanging out,
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
so I'm
so
just gonna
that's-
go hang out there for a couple minutes, or
Oh,
a minute.
Can I forgot to do this, but can I roll my portent dice?
Sure, that's fine. Did you get it rolling for last session either?
No,
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and roll
'cause
now.
I'm silly.
That's no big deal.
Okay.
Okay, that's a very nice one. Very nice.
Hey. What did you want me to fail?
I mean, no, but if you got the low number, God damn it! If you got the low number, you can give it to an enemy.
Can I? Can I do that with portent dice?
Yeah, you can replace any d20 roll.
giving somebody a natural 1 is good stuff.
It's terrible. It's terrible when it happens.
I
So
would hate to have that.
Make an
happen.
acrobatics check. How about you just fail?
How about you just know?
Yeah, about that. No, the answer to that question is no. You do not succeed.
No.
I'm gonna try and jump over the wall. Nope.
Oh, does anyone happen to know Earth's dexterity off the top of their heads?
he wasn't super agile. I think he was agile enough.
I
but
think
don't
was it a +2?
He
+1.
sent me his sheet. Oh, and for those of you who are watching this terribly delayed broadcast, we are currently setting up because Erst has he lives in Australia and he has not yet woken up, I don't believe, or he might be
His
busy.
dex is +2.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just
So 15.
gonna.
Roll
There
for
you go.
it.
Yep. So he's
Or you
15
are
in the order.
barbarian.
Now then, with that, let me look at the battlefield here. How many of the? Because I don't remember off the top of my head. How many did we set up for the small ones and then the big ones for this one? Avon, do you have it recorded? My notes are all everywhere for some reason today.
Would have helped if I took myself off mute. It's 5
Yeah.
small, 1 big.
So then, as you guys are standing in your spot, right next to Alyssa, actually between her and the Hasteron character, there is a long, elongated body of a creature that stands up, and it's got a very, it looks like a dead body, like a zombie at first, but then you notice that there's a little bit different about it, in that it has maggots roaming across parts of its skin. It has elongated fingers that form into like claws, and you can see that it is actually a ghoul. It has appeared in that space right there between actually just below Astron. Yeah. Over there on the far side of Felicity, another ghoul crawls up out of the ground. Down by Eroin, between Eroin and
Alyssa?
Erst, another one appears. Another ghoul crawls up out of the ground. Two more appear north of the center of the north of the bowl, side by side. And then south of Eroin, there appears to be it looks at first like another ghoul, but this one is taller and more, its limbs are longer, more intimidating in appearance, and you see that it is a ghast that appears.
I am aghast that it appeared too.
Thank you.
The creature
Wow.
that you see has a long tongue
What
that kind
high
of like
quality
venom
humor
style.
we have here.
Yeah, venom style kind of like is like falling out of its mouth. This tongue is and like lapping up at things as it appears, and you're almost stunned by it. By its sudden appearance and how quickly it crawled out of the ground. Its tongue kind of licks across your face in an attempt to intimidate you, Erwin.
Ew.
La, 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 la.
All right, and with that, it is now going to be initiative order. So what is the order for initiative? Who had the highest? Let's start with 25 to 20. Anybody?
No.
Yes.
Oh, did we leave a link for the people in the Discord to watch the unedited version?
I don't think so.
You might should do that.
Is it the same link as invite people?
No, if you go to the YouTube channel itself and
From the Hangouts, look at the bottom right, and there should be like a little thing there that gives you like links. It almost like looks like a little link, like a little chain link. Can you click on that, and then it gives you a link, and you can use that. And you just copy paste that.
so 15 to 20.
I had a 19.
First is on 15.
Uh, 10 to 15, 10 to 14.
I have 12. Erwin does.
5 to 10.
I have a 6.
Ouch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
The lowest. It gets lower.
Oh, yes, it does. Low, 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 low.
Low, 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 low.
all right. With that,
Alyssa, you want the
first-
last?
the first person to go is the Ghast.
Oh fuck.
As it sees the strapping young paladin in front of it, and you hear it kind of make a long hiss, and it goes. The stench on this creature alone is enough to turn your stomach, and you will actually have to make a save in a minute later after on your turn. But in the meantime, it's going to make a attack as it reaches forward with its like elongated dislodged jaw and attempts to bite you across the neck.
That's rude.
Yeah, rude.
I did not give consent for this. This is disgusting.
All right. I'm just gonna actually, you know what? My dice roller app on my server isn't working because sometimes Discord apps suck. So I'm gonna switch to the main server, the actual server that everyone uses here.
Makes sense to keep it all there.
Mm.
And we can
Well, I
just
mean, you
jump
guys
back
are rolling in Roll20, but I can't use Roll20 because it drives my battery too low. Anyway,
Excuses, excuses.
okay, so
Felicity
we
is not
got
easily impressed.
Very easily impressed. Very much so. You could impress me right
an
now.
18 hit you.
Yeah, it just hits. Dang it.
Okay. So with that, you are going to take
The armor gang.
7 points of damage as it bites down on your neck.
Oof.
You hear the plates in your armor start to kind of shift and crack underneath the pressure of the bite as it kind of like shakes its head almost like a dog when it has a toy, and at the last second you're able to like jam your fist against its face enough to make it let go, but the damage has definitely been done.
Oh.
And I'll take notes. I'm watching
Next
this and taking notes like, oh, okay, well, that's not bad technique over there.
Next up is Felicity.
Oh. All right.
Trying to put into practice what you have.
So I have taken notes on the previous bite. I'm going to take those notes and I am going to incorporate them into my bite. And I am going to hope I'm on the right screen here. I'm going to hit
Now,
that
I will
guy.
tell you in advance that these creatures are immune to poison. So you'll just be doing your piercing.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Didn't change to a spider to poison people anyway. Was not part of the plan. Oh, good. It's fine. I'm still going to bite him.
Bite.
Yes. And I made a little macro, so it's going to show the poison damage and all that stuff when I hit the button. Hopefully, if it works. But ignore what needs to be ignored. So, does an 11 hit?
And the 11 just misses
God
as
damn.
you bite and you think you've got something heavy, but you end up seeing that your pincers have curled close around its claws as it kind of slaps your mouth away from it.
I was taking such studious and fastidious notes that I forgot to put it into practice. I'm busy with my like little spider legs, kind of like trying to remember, like, okay, so how did he bite? And like he got it past the armor, and no. I need more practice. But I'm sad
Okay.
because I could have had max damage though. Oh well.
Do you have anything else on your turn you want to do?
I'm gonna flip him off. I'm gonna like take one of my legs and just kind of like,
Turn it upside down.
basically one of my legs, turn it upside down, like, yo, screw you, man. I'm a spider.
Okay.
You
All
need
right,
my
at that
poison
point-
damage. I didn't want to use poison damage on you anyway.
It is now Erst's turn.
So
Who
Ursa's
do
just
we have
gonna
controlling? Yeah.
attack
Ursa-
The guy right next to him.
First applies force to axe to face.
Okay.
What's his bonus to hit?
It would be a +6, I think.
25.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I'm just gonna roll another d20 because he would be going reckless. Not a crit. Okay, 25 to hit.
All right, yeah, you hit. In the future, if you're gonna attack recklessly, I'm sure he will, but just try to call it out in advance. But yeah, that's fine.
I don't play
Go ahead.
barbarians, bro.
Nope, I understand. All right.
Okay, so d/roll d12 plus 4. 5 damage. God.
Wow.
All right. Are you marking the damage that the NPCs are taking on them, please? Avon? Are you able to make a little note on their little tokens?
I
So
can.
you
Which
do
one was
that.
it that took 5?
The one just south of first. Yep.
This buckaroo.
Okay. And then we now have the turn order will resort to the ghoul. This ghoul is the one that is standing 5 feet to the up and to the left from Hasteron. He is going to move to the left and attack Felicity, the spider.
What?
No.
Not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's rude.
So rude.
Mm-hmm.
How dare they attack the easy to hit target? Not something
I'm
heavy
only
armor.
a large creature. I'm not that. I mean, do I look fat? Does
I
my
think their
large
manners
creature
died when
look
they did.
20, I'm sure hits.
Ugh.
No, it doesn't.
All right. As the ghoul reaches up with its claw and brings it crushing down onto the back of your spider neck, if they have necks, whatever your approximation of a neck would be.
Uh-huh.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh shit. Hold on, I've been looking at my constitution. Well, that's not good. Okay, let's find out how bad this is going to be, because we know how I roll.
Oh no, buddy.
This can only end one
Oh,
way.
that's the wrong one.
Very,
Only
very badly.
Oh!
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay, so you actually take 4 damage because I rolled the wrong side dice the first time. So you take 4 damage from the attack. And did you? What was your roll?
Nat 20.
Okay, so the mystical aura around the creature as it goes to touch you, you feel like a creeping cold kind of come across your body, and for just a split second, all your spider legs and all your spider like movement abilities are frozen. But then you're able to just through the force of your will, kind of, and the toughness that you have as a spider, you are able to overcome said paralysis that was starting to creep, and you are now fine.
Oh,
I
ye-
shiver. And I flip him off with another leg.
hell yeah.
She's got 2 legs up in the air right now, one for each
Legs up
person.
in the air, like rearing back right now. Like, come at me, bro.
I'd
I got
flip
8
off
more,
more people,
motherfuckers.
but I'm out of legs.
Each of you get a flip off. She's like,
You
Oprah
get
Winfrey,
one.
giving up.
You get one.
Yeah.
And you get a bird, and you get a bird. Everybody gets a bird.
All right, Rowan. At this point, it is your turn.
Excellent. So, Erwin is going to apply his hunter's mark to this particular ghoul, the one that Erst attacked.
Okay. Sure.
And he is going to simply swing his sword. Not simply, he's a far more engaging character than that, but that's the long and short of it.
Because it's a short sword. Or long.
Does a 21 hit?
I think so. Yeah, probably. You hit.
Okay. And it does a total of. Oh, they needed to put that on the different one. 10 damage. So for those who might be looking with the roll 20, it's 7 base, add 2 for the dueling style that for some reason it threw up here. Oh no! Okay, that's cool. They put all of my stuff on the other part. So it's actually 17 damage on the one hit.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. With the 17 plus the 5 you took earlier. What you do is you bring your sword down, and it separates the ghoul into 2 different pieces, and both pieces kind of like dissolve into a various array of maggots and worms and such. So that was going now. He's dead by.
Lovely. And I will turn back to the thing that just bit me and look. Oh, do I? You said I had to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, actually.
I believe in you.
15.
Hey.
15. Okay, you're fine.
Yes.
You are now immune to the gas stench, so you don't have to deal with this from this gas anyway for another 24 hours.
Ugh, this is disgusting.
Okay. Are you gonna do anything else on your turn?
That is everything I can do. Thank you.
Okay. Next we got a couple ghouls, couple Baba Ganoush ghouls going at you. They one
What
next to
you call them?
Hasteron and Alyssa is going to turn to Alyssa, who has her hand in the bowl, and give her the old wablams, or attempt to,
No.
with a claw
Not
attack.
allowed.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's a crit.
Oh. Why?
Oh, fix it.
Avery hates you.
Oh.
Why don't you just make it not a crit?
I know.
Yeah.
You have the power.
I have the power, but I don't abuse it because then there's no challenge to the game. So with that, you take 13 points of slashing damage,
Ow.
and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh. Okay. Give me a second. You said 13.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. And a Constitution save. Okay. Mm-hmm. What is that? Okay, it's not bad, but it's not amazing. Lol. Bam. 19.
Okay, you succeed. Just like I described before, you feel like a creeping cold got into your veins from the site of the slash, and then suddenly you feel like an inner warmth that kind of reaches out to radiates, melting the cold so that you are not affected by whatever it was trying to do to you. Next up, the other ghoul is going to just drop down and attack Hasteron.
Can you beat the AC 18?
22.
Oh,
Think you
kill
can.
him.
Seven points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a con save, please.
Oh. Okay.
As this one just kind of like treats his hand like a dagger and just stabs it straight at you and slashes at the end. 10? All right. You feel the supernatural cold penetrate through your flesh and into your veins, and you feel yourself become completely paralyzed. However, at the very last second, the something inside of you snaps, and you're able to, through the power of your bull mentality, you're able to break through the disease and again shake off the effects.
Through his bullheadishness.
Sure, we'll go with that.
That's rude.
All right, now it's Alyssa's turn.
Alyssa is going to summon those glorious inky swords again. Fire at the one that just hit her.
Okay.
I don't have my what do you call it? My inkwell, because that ran out.
Yep.
So it is simply this. Can I replace that number with a portent dice, please?
Sure can.
I'll replace it with the 14.
All right.
That's
and
what I
does that
got,
make
right?
your total roll?
14.
Either way, that's good enough to hit it. So
20, yeah.
Yep. Roll your damage.
I will remove that from my little portent dice section.
That was an important decision to make just then.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
What
Oh,
pun so fun?
4 points of slashing damage.
Mm.
So tasty. That's all I can do.
Okay. With that, we are going to move up to the next person's turn, which are the 2 remaining guests that are ghouls that have not moved yet. So for them, they are going to, let's see. Wait a minute.
Let's go from behind.
Mhm.
1. Wait, who hasn't moved yet? I think everyone's moved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I roll too many times for their? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Did the one
Who hasn't
above
moved?
Felicity move?
I don't think so. Yeah, because the one moved to the left and attacked her. The one above her hasn't yet. Okay. Because she bit the one and missed. Okay, yeah. And then the one above Hasteron moved. The one next to them attacked. So, and then the one's dead. Oh, that's what it was. He killed one of them. That explains why there's only one to move. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. With that, the one above Felicity is going to attack her.
No.
With an 11, does it hit?
11 does not hit.
Okay. So as you were flipping it off, it went to swipe at you with its claw, and you like decided to do some kung fu Bruce Lee stuff and block it with your already upturned leg.
Yeah.
And with that, it's now the beginning of the next round. So that puts it up to the Ghast's turn.
Hey, bro.
Did I
Yeah.
skip you? What was your-
Initiative
what was your-
count 2 here, buddy.
Oh.
I may be slow as
Yeah.
shit, but I still exist.
Okay. That explains a lot. Okay. All right, Hasteron, I'm sorry. Your turn. Please proceed.
I would like to apply the stabbings to this man.
Hell yeah.
Okay. All the stabbings or just some of the stabbings?
All the stabbings.
Just the stabbings.
Ooh.
AC 12.
That that hits barely. It holds its hand out and blocks your attack, but the attack still goes through its hand and hits it in the wherever you hit it at, the chest, we'll say.
Yay.
Alright. Oh. Let's put in the word roll. God, for fun. 5 points of damage.
Yay.
Wow. Wow there,
I
friend.
rolled 2 ones on 2 different damage dice.
So in answer
That's
to
a
my
shame,
previous
buddy.
question, some of the stabbings. All right.
It's very few
Um,
stabbings. Minimal stabbings.
just a little bit of stabbings. You know, you gotta work your way up to the lot of stabbings. You don't just start off with all the stabbings. You gotta, it's a climb. That's how you appreciate it. Delayed gratification. All right. With that, it's now the Ghast's turn. And once more, this time he's not going to bite. He's going to attempt to strike at you with his claw. Oh, and of course he's attacking Rowan.
Oh, of course he is.
18 to hit.
God damn it!
I assume that is
Woof.
successful then.
Yeah.
All right, 2d6 plus 3. Make a con save for me, please.
How's that one?
Another one bites the dust.
Take
Come
6
on.
slashing damage.
Oh, jeez.
What'd you roll
Ooh,
for
a
you?
natural 20 for 22.
Nice.
All right.
Mm.
Just as described before, you feel the cold creeping in, but you're able to shake it off.
It's disgusting.
All right.
Really needed that 20
Now
for crit.
Felicity's turn next.
Bite, bite, bite. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Which one are you biting? The one above you or the one to your right?
Oh shit, I have
Or
more
Erst?
chomp. Ooh,
Huh?
I could bite Erst.
You could, but I mean,
I
do
don't
you
think that
really?
would be wise.
Bad plan, bad plan, bad plan.
Oh, bad plan. Don't bite her. Okay, don't bite Erst. Okay. Keep that in mind. Think about not biting Erst. I'm pissed off at the one that am I pissed off at both of them? Well, they both try. They're both
They
hurting me.
both attacked. Yeah, they both attacked you. I don't
Yeah.
think the top one didn't hurt you, but you tried to bite it last turn and it dodged.
And the other one did hurt me.
Yeah, the other one did hit you. Mhm.
Well, fuck him. He's gonna be bitten. Gonna bite
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Alright.
You gonna get bit.
He's gonna get bit. It's a 20 hit.
That is a
Nice.
successful strike. As
All right. You did 9 piercing damage.
you
And it's
9
a-
piercing.
It sucks that he's immune to poison because I got max damage on that.
Aw.
Unfortunately, being the old undead, you know.
Stupid.
But-
undead.
Okay, so with that, it becomes
And you
Urst's
can notice
turn
that,
once more.
Just like
Oh.
backhand him with one of my
I
legs.
mean, sure, it won't do any damage, but you feel better
Flavor,
afterwards.
just like psh, I feel better.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
All right, Erst. Once more, it's your friend's turn to go, Ersty boy.
Wait, hold on. So if Erst was to move to where I'm pinging, would he get flanking?
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna do that. So he's gonna move here.
He has 25 movement. Can he make it?
1, 2, 3, 4.
He would have to walk around the pillar though, because the pillar is between he and her.
The pillar takes up this space.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh wait, no. Well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it doesn't. It just he can squeeze through, I suppose.
yeah. So it's like that, or well, like
Okay.
that.
Sure. Yep, you can do that.
I will get rid of. Shit. Where's the eraser? All right. Well, he does that and is going to apply the good old whack-a-mole.
Alrighty.
So that's an 11 to hit.
That is even with advantage.
Yeah. I rolled a 5 and a 1.
That'll do it. Yeah, you end up dodging. He dodges your attack just barely, and the axe goes a little bit to the awry. And if you were just a little bit more reckless, you might have accidentally hit your friend, but you didn't.
Well, you can't stack advantage, sadly, but
Okay. After Erst's gone, it is now time for old Goody boy. He is going to attack Felicity. That's the one that moved to the left. No one's attacked yet. So it's going to attack Felicity again.
Why do they keep going after the big ass fucking spider?
I don't understand it.
I don't understand. Oh my God,
I think I kind of get it. I kind of get it.
Do you?
tell you. I got no clue.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm just hanging out here, minding my own business, and he comes over and smacks me.
21. Is the claw strike? Make a con save, please.
It's honestly so rude.
So rude. What is my con modifier?
They're so inconsiderate. God.
7 points of damage.
Gotta let a dragonborn be a spider.
Slashing.
And con modifier is a +1. Now let's see a Felicity roll. We know it's coming. We know it's coming. 6. It came.
What'd you get?
6.
Oh, nobody.
Okay, so
Who's got
This
the
time
set from
the-
going on cue?
this time the
Nope. I'm using luck. I'm scared. I'm terrified. So I'm using luck for re-rolling that.
Okay.
Roll 1d20 +1. 20.
All right.
Hey.
How many more lucks do you have today? Is this the first
2.
review? Second? 2? Okay. All right. And with that, the
Yep,
creeping doom that you felt before is now gone, and you overpower it once more.
And what damage did I take? 5? 7?
7.
7. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
There is now a third air flip, or a third leg in the air, flipping him off.
All right. After that, it's Ed Owen's turn.
Excellent. Well, considering the fact that I am in melee with this asshole, I'm going to use my bonus action to apply the Hunter's Mark, the mark of the skeletal hand shaking hands with the fleshy hand on his ghastly forehead. And I'm gonna slash him. Slash. There's a 14 hit.
It does.
Yes. Excellent.
Yeah. So the slash, you're able to slash him right across his right at the lower abdomen region, right above his little loincloth that he's wearing.
Okay, there's max damage there, and then roll this one. Total of 20 damage to him. Max damage, friend. Oh, actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna keep 20 damage.
20. Okay.
Yep.
Has he had that damage? Did you know before?
He's not
I'm relying on. Okay, I'm relying on the notes on the map because I had to make this a little bit more expedient. All right, so with that, he looks pretty grievously wounded. There starts to be what appear to be like a mixture of water and darker kind of bile and ichor kind of just like pouring from the wound as you cut it, and it coats the front half of your blade, and then the ground at your feet starts a pool of just like a black ichor kind of just like starts spreading out towards your general direction.
I vigorously thrust my sword, getting the blood to splatter along the ichor to splatter along the floor and off of my blade. And I look at Hasteron and Alyssa and it's like, if one of you could possibly help me, it'd be great.
A little busy right now.
My hand is in a bowl.
All right. With that, there is a two more attacks. The first one will be on Alyssa as the person next to hit her attacks. 20.
Miss. How about you miss?
18.
Miss. Oh. Why?
That's gonna hurt.
Slash gets you for 6 slashing damage. As you try to run away from it, it gets you right in the back of the thigh, slashing through part of your tendon.
It's not like it feels very good.
Need you to make a con save, please?
Oh no.
You're just covered in blood now from all the slashes.
It's a different command for all 20. Oh, I rolled. I rolled in Google Hangouts. Lol.
Doesn't really help.
We're doing great.
This is fine. We're gonna be fine. Our wizard's rolling in the wrong thing. It's fine.
Well.
Okay. Once more, you are able to shake off the cold that comes with the claw. Next up is an attack on Hasteron.
AC 18.
22.
I'm
You
very
can see the rolls I'm making. I'm doing this in the room with everyone. I mean, the people can't see who are watching the video, but we are using our personal Discord. By the way, there will be a link in the description to join us. Please do so. But we're using our personal Discord to roll the damages. Or I am. That's a lot of background noise, buddy. 5 more slashing damage to your belly.
Right.
As he finds an exposed place where your armor is not covering. With that, it is now Alyssa's turn.
I'm gonna throw a sword at the one that oh damn it. At the one Rowan's facing.
Oh wait. Do you need a con save from me?
Oh yes, please. I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me.
Do your con save.
I'm doing. God damn.
Oh no.
What'd you get?
8.
Okay, so with this strike, the cold creeps in and your blood almost freezes inside your veins. Oh, now I can see the rolls. That's so much better. Thank you. Oh, it's so much nicer. Anyway, the blood freezes inside your veins, and your whole entire body goes into a shutdown as you are now paralyzed for 1 minute. At the end of each of your turns, you can make another save to resist the effects for the rounds after that.
Do I see this?
Yes.
Oh, yeet.
Yeah. Well,
Add
I mean,
with-
lose concentration on magic weapons. Shit.
Yeet.
Mhm.
Okay, for my turn, then I'm not gonna aim by the one by Aurora. I'm gonna aim for the one beside Hastron between us.
Okay, sure.
Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. 16.
That's a hit successfully.
Yay. Bam. Oh, 2 whole points of damage. Guys.
How much total damage
Killing
is
it.
that on him?
We're doing great.
6.
He is
I
just
think-
having the time of his life, and he owes it all to you.
And
Alright.
Alyssa's gonna resign herself. Just, yeah, end turn. Sad boy.
The last
Adele, you are more powerful than you think.
is going to attack Hasteron once more.
Can't do much with my hand in a bowl.
Actually, you know what? Now that he knows Hasteron is paralyzed, he is going to circle around and attack Rowan from behind.
Oh, fuck me.
That's what they're gonna do, dude. Don't ask
All right,
me.
now I'm paralyzed.
So as he runs by Felicity, you get an attack opportunity if you'd like to make one on him.
I'm gonna bite him.
Kill him.
Alrighty.
I was gonna bite him. If I can bite, I like biting things. It's my thing. And I can just hit a button and bite things. Bite! Does 20 hit?
That does for
7
7 damage.
damage.
Alright, so the one that's atop Hasteron needs to move over to where it's above Erowin, and it needs to take 7 damage.
Son of a bitch.
Do. This is a
Death
dire
sandwich.
straits here, guys. Okay. And what is the damage on it so far? Is that the only damage it's taken?
Yes, that's the only damage it's taken.
Okay, what about the one? Because that means Hasteron would have hit the one below him already. So she hit him twice, and Hasteron hit it once. How much damage does he have on him?
The one below Astron,
Astron.
or
Yeah.
Astron has 15.
15 total? Okay, that's better than what
Yes.
I thought at least. Alright, and then okay, 7. Alright, now then, time for the attack roll. And it's flanking, of course, so you know.
Fuck.
That additive.
Come on. Just give me one. Just give me a miss.
$21.
Fuck me! Damn it. Ah, all this goddamn armor and not stopping shit.
The DM starts rolling good, man. I'm sorry. 8 damage.
Oh my god.
Slashing, and I need a con save.
Shiitake mushrooms. Guys.
Now,
Pretty.
Alyssa, I don't know what your other potent dice was, but you do know that if you need to, you can swap out that for something that your party rolls too.
Oh, well, dang. The other one was an 18 though, so I
7.
don't know if that would help. Oh, for his con save, I can swap that out.
You can if you'd like.
Okay,
Lots of potent
yeah.
dice.
Take
Well,
it,
nice
take
with
it,
the dealer.
and shove it up that ghast butthole.
Thank you.
All right, so you succeed.
Um,
You feel some kind of magical presence around you, and you get the image of Alyssa in your mind as that light that she shines in your mind. Yeah, kind of fights back the darkness that was starting to creep across your soul. Edgelord paradise. There's no time for sin and vice living in an Edgelord's paradise.
Oh
Anyway,
my god. I just like the image of like whenever she uses her portent dice for like other people, it's just a picture of Alyssa just flicking her hair like she's in a hair commercial.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe. It's Potent
Maybe.
dice.
Maybe it's potent dice.
Maybe it's dove.
All right. After that display, we now have Hastur. Oh no, wait. Alyssa just went. Yeah, Hasturon would go now. So at the end of your turn, you can make another con save.
Right. Okay. Big ol' 15.
That's enough to succeed. So you are no longer paralyzed. So at the beginning of your next round, you'll be able to do stuff again. And that puts it to the top of the next round, which has got the Gasty boy.
I might go down.
He's going to attack you
I know.
with the old slasherino with his claws.
If you could just miss, that'd be great. I'm tired of you rolling this high.
I mean, he has advantage and a +5, so we'll see.
Can you just like not?
I mean, I could, but would you really want me to?
Yes.
21.
Oh, for 11 sakes. All right. How much damage?
12 points of damage.
Hey, I'm out.
All right, Hasturon drops. I mean, Hasturon, I'm sorry. Erowin drops to the ground.
Felicity is low-key still angry, but she's a little concerned that he dropped. A little bit.
Mhm.
Tiny little spider bit. Itsy bitsy
is a-
spider bit.
He crawls out the water spout a little bit.
Yes.
The water spout of her emotions running dry that her friend she's known for a few weeks now might die in front of her.
She's still angry.
Yeah. No, I got you. Okay. After the gas hits now, Felicity's turn.
So she's angry and she looks around. Looks around some more. She's still actually surrounded by things, isn't she?
Two creatures, yeah.
If she were to drop her form and go back to her normal form,
Then she could. I'll say that for future reference as well. When you drop a large shape and you go to your regular size, you could you could decide which of the 4 squares you inhabit you end in, which means that you would no longer be connected to them by melee.
that's exactly what I wanted to know. Thank you.
I figured you did.
So, yeah, she's gonna do that. She's gonna drop her form. She's gonna drop her form, and that is she's gonna do that as a bonus action, and then she'll use her action to
We shrink her token. There we go. Perfect. You're on it.
run over and cast Cure Wounds on the Stinky Paladin.
Okay. So put her underneath the dead one, please. And then let's see how much you heal him for.
That's a good question. What is my spell on that? She's got a 1d8 plus 4. Because she really only just wants to get him up. She doesn't want to make him super happy. She just wants him to not be dead.
She wants them. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So roll 1d8 plus 4. 8.
All
I'll
right.
take it.
You're back up with 8 HP.
Get back up and you look at her. She just kind of gives you a look.
Ugh.
Didn't say anything.
Oh, kill him. Sorry.
You're just real murdery today, everyone.
This is Renee right now is what happens when I don't have coffee before 9 a.m.
For those of you who don't know, before we were doing our talk before the session today, she was just like every other word was kill him, murder him up, cut out the body. All right.
Give me
Yeah,
my bad
is-
habit
is
to
in a
learn,
mood.
okay?
Yeah. All right. It's Urst's turn.
Boy, come on, come through.
All right. Erst is going to apply the slashins.
Oh my.
Oh, my.
See how that is a
Yes!
natural 20 critical.
That's what we've been needing.
20 points of damage. To the
He
shadow
just, like,
realm with
brings-
ya.
He just brings his axe down, and the creature splits in 3 pieces somehow from one slash, and disintegrates like into the the soil and the dirt and the nastiness around him.
He's now going to be a walking right over here.
Make it so number 1. There we go. That was fucking impressive. All right. Gotta love barbarians. When they hit hard, they hit hard.
Why do I see a conga line forming?
I mean,
Conga line of
on
pain.
the line of death.
That-
Oh,
It's called the murder line.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So actually, you know what? Change the name of the episode. Conga Line of Pain. That's the episode name. All right. After
Pain,
Urs,
get hype.
the ghoul that he just killed would have gone. So now it is going to be Erwin's turn.
Excellent. Erwin gives Felicity a very strange look, a very just like you couldn't believe she did that. Gets up, and then proceeds to fucking stab this goddamn ghast.
Not
Okay.
not just regular stab.
Fucking
Stab.
Oh yeah.
$23.
That is a successful strike.
Okay. He doesn't. 10 damage.
That is enough damage to slice off the head and the tongue in one swipe as the gas drops to the ground. Body's still twitching ever so slightly. The eyes of the head still looking around up until the moment where it dissolves back into the ground.
He's very, very angry at the fact that he was just dropped by this thing. Cuts it with absolute irritation in his eyes and turns back to the other one.
Okay. Now let's see. Removes that guy from the corner. Next up are the 2 ghouls. Let's see. You guys are pulling it out. You guys, you look dicey for a bit. Okay. The ghoul up above is going to drop down and attack Erst, while with the flanking and all that.
Yeet.
That's a 22 to hit. Erst is going to take. He's not raging, correct?
No. He's not raging.
He takes 4 damage. I need someone to make me. That's minimum damage. Make me a con save for him, please.
Ooh.
Natural 1.
Oh,
He is now paralyzed for a minute.
God damn it.
Until he ends up making the save on one of his turns.
Is that the best you can do?
That's exactly what he would have said. I love it.
That's good. That's good. Oh man.
Okay. We miss you and we love you, Urs. Please come back soon.
I have a poor man's Scott.
Okay. The last one that's going to attack before one of your turns is going to be the one just south of Hastron. He's going to attack Hastron again. Because, oh. He misses, though, with the 10 as you block his attack with your shield.
Oh, thank.
Heavy armor.
Oh, wait, no, he's the one who missed. Damn. He missed me.
It does work if your name isn't a Rowan.
Good stuff. All right, and after that, it becomes, I do believe, the turn of Alyssa.
Pew pew, shooting off them sick ass swords again. Let's.
It looks so good, but they hit so bad.
Yeah, boy.
One line
the
is about it
one-
are really just sad.
The one by Erst. Who's paralyzed
The
again?
one to your left or to your right? Erst is paralyzed. He's the only one at the moment.
Okay, yeah, the one in front of Erst.
Okay.
Pew! I shoot my thing.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Oh!
So close to him that he's able to see your hand and duck underneath. And as you do, when you hit the pillar, the blade flies through and embeds itself in the pillar before dissipating.
Fuck. That's the end of that turn.
It's worth it, I promise. After this, if you survive, you'll have a house. All right.
If I survive.
Ghoul.
Small house.
The last. Well, you as a group will have one. All right, the
Mine.
last ghoul, the one that you just attacked, is going to turn and attack you,
Oh,
Alyssa,
of course. Yeah,
because
yeah.
you just brought its ire towards you.
I need to double check something. Probably won't be real.
Excuse me.
Yep, nope, yep. Okay, continue, sorry.
20 to hit.
Ooh, kill him! Do it.
Okay, 6 damage.
Woo, okay. Guess what?
Is he
You
down?
see Alyssa just freaking fall to the ground. I mean, does she really fall to the ground? Is her hand
Actually, yeah, I
still
was
stuck in
gonna
a
say
bowl?
the thing is, as you fall to the ground, you guys see like there's a her hand is immovable, like where it is. So as she starts to fall, there's like a jerking sensation, and it actually looks like she hurt her or damaged her arm a little bit from falling down the way she did.
Yeah, I would guess.
Alyssa, it's not a good time to go to sleep. You should get back up.
I don't think it's voluntary.
All right, and with that, we are going to move over, and it will be Hasteron's turn.
Apply the stabbins.
All of it.
Apply the stabbins.
Liberally.
Now,
all
just to
over.
be clear, here, you are right next to Alyssa. You can still technically melee if you wanted to use any spells. I'm not saying you have to. Just making
Bonus
sure you know.
actions.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say you missed.
What
Oh no, you
is
hit. I'm
it?
sorry. I saw the 9, and I'm like, you missed. But then, okay, 9 damage to him. That is enough to slash him with the 15 he had before to death. He's deaded. The one south of Hasteron is X'd out now, friend.
Oh. It's almost- you've
You're
almost
back
got
to 4
next
HP.
Wow. Wow.
What did
You're
you
not
use?
Healing
These
word.
dice like
I
you either
can't
get
hear
max or you get minimum.
I
am
can't hear
not.
you for you to do healing word.
You don't have to actually hear it. It's just the concept. If he speaks the word, magical healing shoots out from him and hits somebody within range. So you're back up to 4 health.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're alive.
That's
Stop
that's
complaining.
the reason. Yeah, that's the reason why healing word is considered by a lot of people to be the most broken powerful spell in the game, because you can, as a bonus action, keep someone that's at 0 HP up. You know, oh, you're back up again. You know, and he moves over there.
Cool. Yay.
I have 40-foot movement speed. I get there, no problem.
Yeah. No, I was just double checking to see. Okay, all right. And at that movement, that ends the round, and it goes up to Felicity's turn.
Whack him.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on real quick. I'm thinking about
Yeah,
it real fast.
Yep. There are 2 ghouls set up next to each other.
That's it.
One, they're both flanking a paralyzed Erst.
Okay. It's paralyzed. I like Erst for the most part. I mean, he didn't appreciate my pipe, but he's a nice guy for the most. I mean, for the most, he's a little surly, a little salty, but. Do I know he's being paralyzed, or do I just think he's doing some sort of crazy dance move?
He's not moving at all, so it's up to you as to what you want to say she
He's
would
not
see that
moving
as.
at all. Everybody's fallen asleep in this bloody battle, and it's not something that you should be doing.
Mhm.
Felicity, it's not voluntary. Just kill him.
I don't want to kill Erst. I don't think that'd be a good idea.
No.
I knew it.
The ones that
I
are
knew
already
it.
dead.
The other
And
ones. I mean, I could
The
probably.
maggot-filled ones, like this one or that one.
This one, all that. Oh, that one. Okay, fine. I'll try to kill that one anyway. Kind of took away my bite. That does not make me happy. So she just kind of like unsheathes her scimitar and does like a nice little uppercut trying to hit the guy that's like closest to her.
Oh
So
my god, Felicity's attacking with a scimitar. I never thought I'd see the day.
It's
See what happens.
very rare. So
Oh,
roll.
you applying the slashings.
Flashy
Would
slash.
she get advantage on that strike?
Do I get advantage on that strike?
Someone is not directly on the other side of him, so but
She
you know
can
what?
move
He
5
is
feet.
surrounded. He's surrounded by everybody. Yeah, I'll say you have.
Could I have stepped on the ghoul that's dead to get advantage?
You can, yeah. Well, because the ghoul is no longer there. That's just to show where it died at. But it's so you can move up if you'd like to.
I could totally.
And then
I'm
you'd have
totally moving up and going to get that advantage because I like advantage. So,
Now we're at some kind of like unholy symbol right now, just like everyone's standing in an upside down.
18. I like that better.
An upside down cross of death.
Yeah.
And then that gets me. That's not the right character sheet. Oh, 1d6 plus 3 slashing, which, considering my poison don't work anyway, this is just as good as spider. It is. It's totally good. Oh, max
Nice.
9. I like that. Is it dead?
How much damage is it taking altogether?
I don't know. You're supposed to tell me that.
I'm
7.
asking the
It
person
had
who's
taken
controlling
7.
7. Okay, he's still alive.
16 damage altogether.
Woof.
All right.
All right.
He's still
So
alive.
that was my attack, and then what am I gonna do? How does everybody look like they're like super happy, hunky dory, or do people kind of look like they're hurting?
Hurting.
The party is pretty badly beat up. Yeah.
Really bad. Ouch.
I think pretty much everyone's in single digits.
We're gonna put a healing spirit up, and we're gonna put a healing spirit up right. Oh, is he down? Because if he's down, we're putting it right there.
He's not down.
Why has he got like an X over him?
That is weird. He shouldn't have an X. There we go.
We're gonna put a healing spirit right. I gotta get the most people that I can get, so we're gonna put it on on the cup.
Okay.
So we got a healing spirit going. Bloop.
Alrighty. So now that will be a constant source of healing for a minute or until you drop concentration.
Yep. And
All right.
everyone knows what he did wrong.
All right.
Felicity will remember this.
Now it's time for Erst to make a save at the end of his turn.
We believe in you, Erst.
Don't believe in my die rolls.
Oh, yeet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeet of little faith.
10. That's not so good.
That's enough. He successfully
I'm back.
All right.
Who's dying next?
Well, no one this turn, Erst, because now it's Erwood's turn.
Well,
Who's talking?
since our friend is no longer paralyzed, I'm gonna, like I said, swing against that guy in between us and fuck his day up.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's a 12.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's 14. You hit.
No, it's I had advantage, so it's 6 plus 6, so 12.
Oh, yeah, that ain't good. You miss.
Well, that's just rude. Well, that is not what I was expecting to hear, so sure I have this correct. And Yep, I will just sit there and look at him menacingly. That's all I can do.
Okay, with that, it goes to the ghoul's turn. The ghoul's going to see Urs get back up and from the poison, and he's going to attack him with advantage.
Woof.
21 to hit.
Okay.
Make another con save, please.
This is getting ridiculous, guys.
It's what it is, man. It's all visible. 6 points of slashing as the claw rips into his flesh. This is a difficult ritual you guys are performing, but you're over halfway done if it makes you feel any better.
Like,
What was his con save? He took 6 points of slashing damage and needs con save, please.
Oh,
Help me.
18.
help,
Nice.
help, help.
He is not paralyzed from that strike. After that, it is
I'm
time
alert and awake
for...
in every way, shape, and form unimaginable.
The other ghoul is also going to attack him from above now.
As above, so below.
Mm.
That's what you call a sandwich.
Earth sandwich. Does 15 hit his AC? What is his AC?
I don't know.
It should be able to look on his sheet, which I think is in there.
Avon, I think that's a question for you.
AC 15.
Okay, so 15 does hit him then.
Woof.
What's his HP, by the way?
Hi.
I mean, I hope so, but
8
It's probably-
slashing damage.
The
My guess is
sheet
it's like-
says his HP's at 34.
Okay.
Alright, that sounds about right.
Mm.
Have you been keeping track of the damage he's been taking? The guy who's running his character? No. The answer is no. Okay. He took 8, then he took 7 before that, and before that he took... You know what? I don't want to waste time doing this. We'll just say he's taken 31 damage so far, so he's at whatever else that makes it be.
Would it be?
That's...
Oh, he's not raging, is he?
No. Okay. With that, it is now going to be after the ghast's turn. It is my button. The wrong one was hit. Okay. Alyssa's turn.
Alyssa. She's just gonna, the bowl in the middle.
Mhm.
Because she's on the floor at
Yep.
the moment.
Hanging from her arm.
The other, it's uncomfortable, but the other the other thing can't see her, so she's just gonna stay on the floor. If she tried to do a little cantrip towards the one that's in front of her, technically, would she be at disadvantage, or would it just be normal
No,
straight roll?
It's a regular attack. Yeah, it doesn't have
Cool.
anything. All
Yep,
prone does
staying
is
on
give
the
them
floor.
advantage on melee attacks against you,
Oh,
and
yeet.
disadvantage on ranged attacks. Yeah.
Well, let's hope we get this one, Ho ho ho. Eat. 11?
It does not hit. Sorry.
Well, yeah.
Actually, you know
she's
what?
gonna-
He is double flanked, so I'm going to say his AC drops by 2 as well. In which case, then yes, you do hit.
Yay! Oh, boom
I'm not doing
from
that
the
because I
floor.
need to do it, because you guys are probably going to be fine without it. But even so, it makes more sense
6
to me that
points
way.
of slashing damage.
How much does that make his total damage out? Aaron?
Is that the blue one or the purple one?
The one in between the 2 ladies and the 2 guys.
This one.
22.
22? He is just barely dead. You got him just enough to drop his... the sword goes into his skull and leaves a big old mess of remains afterwards as he drops to the ground.
Hell yeah.
And
I stay
All
on
right.
the floor.
She's like, I'm just gonna stay down here.
I'm just gonna take a little nap.
You know what? My shoulder hurts. Screw this game. No. All right. With that, it is gonna be ghoul number 3's turn, who I believe just has not gone yet. Is there even a ghoul number 3 left? I think he's dead.
This is
Yeah, there's only
fun.
one left. So that's the end. So it goes down to Hasteron.
Apply the stabbings.
All the stabbings.
For fuck's sake. All right. Well, after that, I'm going to shift around to be next to the healing spirit, and
Reminds me. So this is like level. This is still round 1 of the healing spirit, so you can see what you get to like heal back for each one if you're there. So is this round 1 or round 2 of the healing spirit?
Round 1. You would have just casted this round.
Okay. So 6 back. Anybody who's at the healing spirit.
Is that when they enter, or they end their turn, or when they begin their turn, or is it all those things? Like whichever's first.
I think you just have to be in range of the healing spirit, and it's like within 5 feet of it.
How much do we gain back?
It's 1d6 per round. I just rolled all 6d6, so you could see, depending on which round we're on, how much you get back. So for this first round, you get 6 back. If you stay there for the
Okay.
second round, you get the additional 5 back, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
Okay.
I'm gonna double check that just to be.
yeah, I'm looking for it. Spells, healing spirit. The intangible spirit appears in a base. It's a 5-foot cube you can see within range. Until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature you see moves into the spirit's space for the first time or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature with no action. As a bonus action, I can move it to a space that I can see.
So what I'll say then is, because of the way it's worded, that every time someone moves in, you have to roll again to see how much that particular person restores.
You're gonna just make me roll all the fucking time, man.
No, you're right. That was slowing down the game too much. You'll just use what you did. That's fine. I'm thinking, as I said that, I was like, that's gonna make the game even longer. So let's do this. That way.
I just rolled all 6, whatever. And so if you enter on the first turn, you get +6. If you enter on the second turn, you get +5. And if you hang out, you can build all that up or whatever. Wasn't a bad roll for the most part.
No, actually, it's really good, except for round 3 and 6.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with that, it is going to be after Hasteron has made his turn, it goes back to Felicity.
Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of like walk up to where? No, I don't want. I'm gonna go flank, so I'm gonna move up here. Yeah. That's where I'm gonna go. I'll go up there. And with that, I want to recognize that, the scimitar was cool, but Roland was telling me he really wanted me to like throw him.
Rolling the rock.
Rolling the rock. He was like,
okay.
Felicity, throw me. I'm a rock.
Okay.
Do it. And so I am going to do it. So I'm going to throw Roland the rock at what's his face. I have so many freaking things open. Roll 1d20 plus. You get like my rock stats going on here. What is my rock stats? +6. Not bad. +6. 23. Does that hit?
Yes, it does. That is a successful strike. Roland was right in attempting to attack him.
Roland. I always listen to Roland. He's always got the best ideas. 1d6 plus 4 in damage. 1d6 plus 4. 6 damage.
And how much did they take in total now?
Oh, I know.
I'm asking Nathan, of course.
I don't remember I'll mute myself. That'd be 15.
Yeah. 15 total now, after with that? Okay. Okay. That brings it to Errowan's turn. I think. Hang on. Yes, Errowan. Erst, I'm sorry, and then Errowan.
Erst is going to apply the slashings.
Okay. Recklessly or
Bang.
regular?
Right. Reckless.
Okay. Roll again. That hits.
24. 6 points of damage. For fuck's sake.
That's enough to slash him in half.
All
The
right,
damage
we
already
got
done.
there.
All right, and with that last slash, you guys have you kind of have a collective sigh of relief as the first round was like super easy. This round nearly killed half the party, and you start to wonder to yourself, what in the hell is the third round going to be like? You're breathing heavy.
Big dragon.
So there's a few seconds before anything happens. What would you like to do?
I'm going to stand in that healing spirit, making sure that anybody who needs it gets like ushered around and gets whatever they've got, because that was my spell slot, man. That's what I got. Get what you can from it.
Stand up from the floor.
So
Halsteron's
anyone that
going
wasn't-
to pick up one of the
Go ahead.
the bodies, like push the bodies of one of the ghouls away with his shield.
all
to
the
make a little
all of the
place.
ghouls are disintegrated. After they die, they go back into the ground.
Ah, never
They're
mind.
not there anymore.
And
As I was saying, Halsteron is just gonna sit down near the healing spirit and like warm his hands like it's a fire.
I'm just basically going to growl at Erwin and be like, "Get over here, heal yourself now, you jerk." And then I'm
How
Better go fast before she changes her mind.
did Alyssa hurt her arm super bad when she fell?
Oh, actually, I'm gonna look at Alyssa's arm.
Not enough. It was Alyssa's arm. Yeah, she fell, but not enough to cause mechanical damage. But it is definitely like something that she's gonna have to like deal with. Her arm hurts. Her shoulder feels like it might have been slightly dislocated, but not enough. Like as she stands back up, especially due to the aid of the healing spirit, it's alleviated some, but it still feels kind of stiff, just a little bit.
Can I just like check her out to see like what I notice as a medical type?
Oh my god! Yeah, roll bounce chicka brown cow. Roll.
6. It appears to be an arm.
Yep. Well, you see, what happens is that your arm is hurting you. That's what I've noticed.
Yes, I know.
I'm no expert, but I can maybe try and wrap it a little. That might make it better.
Please.
As you are talking, the blood that has been kind of slowly draining from your hand to fill up the bowl reaches the third tier, and at that, your hand is released from the bowl.
Oh, my hand.
I'm gonna start wrapping up her hand.
I'm going to give you guidance while you do that, so that you can like get better at wrapping her hand.
Get better at doing the thing.
Get better at doing that thing. Do it better.
A full minute passes as you guys kind of, regroup and get whatever health you can. So those of you who didn't end the battle near the spirit, you'll just take 6 off of whatever the total max she rolled for healing was, and gain that much.
Back to full. Let's see what. Okay, so Erst is at max -5. He's at 29.
Okay. With that, the familiar sound of the assembling bones from Jellybone begins to sound across the ruins and the chamber, and you watch as his bones again seem to appear out of the ground itself, much like the regular enemies you've been fighting. But you could tell he's got for some reason as the bones form, the tuxedo hat and cane appear magically on top of him. And he says, "Hey, yo, you guys did great. I thought at least one of y'all was going to die that time for sure, man. I had bets against you but you know what? Hey, I mean, a little bit of money is a little bit of money. Is not a big deal. So, are you ready for the final riddle? If you get this right, I'll help you out big time. But if you get it wrong, I'll hurt you even worse."
Why not?
Shoot.
All right. Now, this is my master's favorite riddle, the one that he said was his absolute pride and joy. If you get it right, I'm gonna be real impressed. But I don't look at you guys, and I'm not thinking you're really riddle guys. But we'll see. So anyway, here is a riddle. No person is me, though intentions may be. To find me, seek death. To hide me, seek light. When given, I'm a curse. When offered, I am worse. What am I? And then Avon please post that in there for them.
Hmm.
Can you guys see the text?
Yes.
Okay.
What can you only find in death?
Hmm.
Well, what can you find in death that's hidden in light?
Still finding.
When I'm given, I'm a curse.
Where's it like posted? It's not in Roll20.
It's in the chat for Google Hangouts.
No person is me, though intentions may be. To find me, seek death. To hide me, seek light. When I'm given a curse, when offer I am worse.
I think it's nothing.
I was going to say dark or darkness.
Well, that wouldn't quite work, though. Intentions on darkness isn't an intention.
Yes.
But nothing can be an intention.
Apparently, y'all never watched anime. They got some edgelords with some pretty dark intentions.
What's this anime you talk about?
I forgot that I was still using my jingle bone. Still using my jingle bone.
My answer is nothing.
When offered.
Oh,
When
so
you're
are you
given
sure?
your
Is that your final answer? Nothing's your answer. You got that as that's the guaranteed answer you're wanting to put. Is everyone okay with them answering that?
That's the answer I'm hedging my bet on.
All right, congratulations, you got it right. The answer is nothing. So with that,
excellent.
You now see the answers was person, power, and nothing, because my master, he believes that a person's power is nothing, but a god's power is everything. Remember that. That might serve you well. It's a good bit of advice he wanted you to know. Anyway, we progress.
Again?
Oh, you might have heard about him. He's a somewhat famous wizard. If you finish this battle and you survive, I'll tell you all about him. In the meantime, pick 2 people to step forward.
Pasteron.
Great, fine.
And who else do we want to step forward?
I do not mind stepping forward.
I could step forward. Something I could do. I'm able to do this.
Felicity and I.
Yeah, let's give it to Felicity.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. So the 2 of you feel your bodies begin to get lighter, and the world around you seems to slow down ever so much, and you are both under the effects of a haste spell for the next 10 rounds.
God
damn it!
Man.
The person who really needed it.
Ernst is just standing there like fuming. You bastards didn't give me the good stuff. Are you serious?
All right. And with that, he says, "Oh, one more thing. Not for nothing, but if a ghost tries to possess you, she has to be able to see you. So use it for what it's worth." And at that point, he disappears.
Oh, yeet.
And you see from the middle of right where the healing spirit was. Oh, and by the way, if you didn't know before, Alyssa, you're now free to move however you want and do whatever you want. Your hands are no longer bound.
Oh, heck yeah.
The third wave begins as 3 ghasts appear in a straight line, and one above Erst, one above the bowl, and one above Rowan. Yep. And then on top of the bowl, out of the blood itself, the blood forms into the shape and the presence of a red woman, glaring. She's spectral and corporeal in form. Her hair is kind of floating behind her head as if she's underwater. And as she turns, the first thing she does is pick someone at random, and I will do that now.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my rolling button? I forget it. Oh, I did. There we go. Okay. 2. All right, everyone roll initiative.
Oh,
Cool. Cool.
is scared.
First gets a 17. Rostron gets a big money, big whammy. 2!
Damn.
2 for 2, baby! 2 for 2.
I feel so slow when I'm doing this. It's like, where's my character sheet?
Going slow. Whoa.
I'm hasted. The whole world feels slow around me.
Mm.
Here's the thing. I'm just slow.
T2.
All right. And you guys are aware these are the 3 ghasts and the ghosts, just like the ghasts were the bigger one of the ghouls, and then the ghost. So just so we're clear on what you're actually fighting, the like venom tongue sweet looking creature. All right. So has everyone rolled initiative?
Yep.
All right. Anybody get above 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felicity did 22.
Mm.
Nice, Felicity. Felicity is just killing it on the initiative today.
Initiative.
All
Yeah.
right. Anybody else? Nope. Okay. 15 to 20.
20.
18.
1 second. Damn, guys. All right. 10 to 15.
Ooh.
5 to 10. 0 to 5.
That's Haster on it too.
Okay. Yeah, Hasteron and 2, and what did Erst have?
17. Sorry.
17.
That was my bad.
Okay.
I was like,
And
man,
what did you have?
guys were
So
cool.
Alyssa, you had a what? 15, 16?
Alyssa, she had an 18.
Yeah. Oh, 18. Okay. Trying to figure out. So that means he would be right.
No,
behind you.
she had a 20. Sorry,
She would
Oh,
go before
okay.
me. She has a higher
Yeah.
dex score.
20 plus 2.
Oh, okay. Wow, you guys, most of you guys rolled really, really well. That's going to help you out a lot, I hope.
That's
I
rude.
hope.
I feel sorry after Earth goes though. Anyway, and then
Oh,
Hasteron. All right, the battle begins with Felicity. Do your thing.
I'm taking Roland's friends, whose names I forget at this moment. Don't tell them that I forget the names. They'll be very offended. But I forgot their names for the moment, and I'm going to hurl them at this guy right here. And that is... D20 plus 6. I'm going to roll 2 D20s and just add the 6 to both of them? Or do you want me to roll 2 separate attacks?
For advantage?
No, because I'm hasted, so I get a second.
Oh,
attack.
yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, roll individual attacks.
Okay, so individual attacks. D20 plus 6. 26, so that's a crit.
So you know that haste would follow you if you transformed also, just so you know.
When I
If you
get
were to
there,
wild shape?
when I get there, I will.
Oh,
Really?
no, I just didn't know if you know, okay, that's fine.
I got
Okay,
rock-
so that's 2 hits. Wait, who are you attacking? I'm sorry.
I'm attacking this annoying guy right here.
Okay.
My way.
The ghast. Okay.
Yeah. 1d20
2 hits.
6. So the 26 hits. My crit hits, and then a 14.
Okay. Yeah, just roll the damage. Whatever damage, add up all the damage and let me know how much you did.
So I've got a crit. So that would be 2d6. 'Cause I'm doubling
Yeah,
the die.
you doubled the dice. Mm-hmm.
And then I've
Number
got
of dice roll.
the second one hit. Did the 14 hit?
Yes, it does. Mm-hmm.
That would be an extra d6. That's 3d6 plus the modifiers. So 3d6 plus 8 total. So 20 damage.
Okay, not bad. Okay, so
And then as a
You take
bonus
your-
action, I'm going to like make some more rocks.
okay. So to be clear, Alyssa and Rowan both got 20 total for their their initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alyssa, then you go next.
Oh, okay. She's there's this like spectral woman, right, in the
Mhm.
center of us.
Made of her blood, made of your blood.
Oh, that's lovely.
Sisters.
No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Mama don't like, and Mama's gonna try get rid. So, Mama's gonna just. Mama's gonna need that creepy spectral beast to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Sure.
Yeah. DC 14.
Double check
Weak.
things.
Probably going to pass, knowing my luck.
I have too many things also that are pulled up. 18.
Okay, so she succeeds, so she takes half damage, and the cool stuff doesn't happen. That's fine. I'm not angry.
What spell are you casting?
Mind Spike.
Ooh, you wanted to spike her mind.
I wanted to spike her mind, and also I hope she failed so I'd know where she always was if she tried to become invisible.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. Yep, so she takes 4 points of psychic damage. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And that is the end of my Alyssa's turn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Rowan.
Okay, so Alyssa, you
Yes.
notice that Erwin's pupils go from brown to red
Oh,
as I channel divinity destroy on this fucking red woman.
Okay.
So the picture of a skull appears above her. And I'm going to attack her with some mother trucking advantage.
Oh, yeah. Kill her.
And my weapon is magical, by the way, because of Hastron.
No, he dropped it because he put paralyzed.
No, that's my Blessing of the Forge that he has, not magic weapon.
Okay, never mind. You are correct then.
21 to hit.
That is a successful hit.
Lovely.
Now, while you do the extra damage to her, necrotic damage through the destroy, you notice that she seems to be immune to that type of damage.
Oh, well, god damn it.
Nice channel divinity, idiot.
So it's the guy who turned skeletons and zombies early on.
I mean, I can't turn undead with my channel divinity, so...
No. It's okay.
Well, I'm just gonna do the 1d8 damage, because she's fucking immune! Fucking bitch.
She's fucking immune. So mad.
I am mad. Very mad. 11 damage.
Big mad. Chief angry. Okay. That's 15 total damage she's taken so far. Now, on initiative count 20, which you would think would be a little earlier in battle, she gets her legendary action. And she looks directly into the eyes of Hasteron. Make a charisma save, please.
Ooh, charisma save. I'm proficient in those. That's going to make this so much better. It's almost going to make me succeed. Maybe, just maybe, I'll get a...
All right. Ooh, and it's a cleric of all people. So, she after being attacked brutally before she even had a chance to do anything, you see, she just becomes more like a smoke than anything and flows in through the nostrils, the eyes, and the mouth of Hasterod until she's fully inside of him and disappears.
She's inside of you.
Well,
That one wouldn't get a go. That was not going to get going. Get away with it. That's what I was trying to say. Words. I'm the best at those words making things.
Mhm.
Where'd you go?
Here at Skill Save, we make words good.
We do the word thing well.
Better than some others.
All right.
All right. So, here's the thing, my friend. You are not possessed by the ghost.
Yeah.
The ghost now controls your body. It doesn't deprive the target of your awareness. It can't be targeted by any attack, spell, or other effect except ones that would turn undead, and it retains its alignment, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, and immunity to being charmed and frightened. It otherwise uses and possesses its target statistics, so your stats, and doesn't gain access to the target's knowledge, class features, or proficiencies. It lasts until the body drops to 0 hit points. The ghost ends it as a bonus action, or the ghost is turned or forced out by the effects of things. When the possession ends, the ghost reappears in an unoccupied space.
Well, I have a plan.
You can't say anything to him. You keep your awareness, but it controls your body.
Is there any way that I can get out of this myself?
It says that it lasts until you hit 0 HP.
That seems like poor design, but okay.
Look it up, buddy.
Hey, man, I'm not arguing with it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it seems like an interesting design.
Yep, that's a problem. But hey, what are you gonna do?
It's a little
Very little, apparently.
Yes. Now, with that, I gotta find the right. Oops, I'm on the wrong one. Party girls, don't get hurt. Okay. After that, it is now Erst's turn. So, what are you gonna have Erst do?
He is going to apply the murder and the business end of the axe to
rage.
All right. I'd like to rage there, but
So no, you have to say, "I'll take a sip of my flask and go to a blind rage."
I'm sorry, I'm not Erst. You get budget Erst when I'm playing Erst.
You get budget
I'm
Erst.
just saying, he never goes into a rage without taking a swig of his flask.
Taking a long pull from his shitty ass pipe that he got from the gnome, and goes into a blind motherfucking rage.
You know he's raging because he has motherfucking to every other word.
You're motherfucking right, he does.
All right.
Take
Anyway.
let's attack on this bastard right over here.
All right, reckless attack it is.
Budget Erst gets a crit.
Yes, that's what we like to hear.
Yeah, that is a good time to get one of them.
All right, 24 points of fucking damage. You
Oof.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He slices so deep into the creature that it almost it looks like it's about to dissolve, but then it stands up and it's like, licking his weapon, wrapping its tongue around it as if trying to pull it away with its tongue, as it is its monstrous thing.
Oh no, you don't. That one's mine.
What kind of barbarian is Erst? Does someone know?
Huh?
Does someone know what kind of barbarian Erst is?
I can barely hear him.
Half priority.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't hear what you're saying.
You're really low.
Oh, shit.
No, you're back now.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Nope.
You're super low.
All right. Well, that's weird.
It's the ghost. The ghost got him.
Well, after that, I'm passing the turn.
Okay. So now Hasteron, because he's using the ghost's turn, is going to turn around. Hang on 1 second.
And get the hell out of Dodge.
Let me double check some stuff here. Yeah. So on the ghost's turn, it is going to move Hasteron over towards Felicity.
Oh no.
Damn it,
Hasteron is
Ace.
going to turn around, facing to Felicity,
Hi.
raise its weapon, and attack.
Asteron.
20.
He's going to hit her.
That hits,
How
yeah.
dare you?
That hits.
Well, he would have actually only, but remember, you don't get proficiencies, so it would have just been your base strength, but that still would have hit, I assume.
AC 18. Then.
Yeah, that hits. What? Wait,
Okay.
what? Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm hasted. I have an AC. Wait, no, I do have an AC of 18. That does hit.
Yeah, so 18 still hits. Yeah, just barely.
Oof.
All right.
Okay. it does
And
still
also,
hit.
Hasteron, you're hasted too. Holy shit, I forgot about that. So,
Oh.
he's going to take another swing after that.
For fuck's sake. Why can't I roll like this when I'm playing my own guy? But when I have to kill my own party members, then I roll great.
So that's 2 hits. Roll your damage twice,
Ouch.
please. Don't forget to double your modifier since you're hitting twice.
Ouch.
12 damage.
Well, it's technically below average, barely, but could have been worse.
It could have been worse. It still hits.
Especially because she has to look at Hasteron trying to kill her.
What are you doing that for? I thought we were friends.
Is there any like visual cue that I'm?
There is blood
Possessed.
coming from his eyes, nose, and mouth.
Oh,
I told you to go stand by the healing spirit. Did you not listen to me?
he's possessed.
God
Felicity, it's not
damn
him.
it.
It's not him, Felicity.
Ernst is too angry and murdery to notice the difference. He's just in kill till dead mode.
Oh my
All right,
God.
now it's the
my
ghoul's
favorite
turn.
kind of mode.
The first ghoul is going to turn also and attack Felicity because she's right next to her. The one that's nearly dead already.
Don't hit me.
With the claw attack, of course.
He has disadvantage on that attack.
Good point. Yep, good point. Because of the rage.
Thank God.
That's it. Keep him distracted, Dad.
Oh gosh.
Oh my.
17, just barely due to the haste, misses.
Thank God.
Good stuff right there.
All right, and the next one is going to turn down and ask for what? Before he
Wow.
attacks.
Oh.
He's going to reach across to attack Erst. And then the last one's going to attack Erwin. So, we'll just roll both of them. I'll roll the first one first. Roll. 14 for that's the miss on Erst. And now for the attack on Erwin. 21.
God damn it. Okay.
Oh, be damned. 2d4. Oh, actually,
The
it's-
gods aren't taking calls right now. If you want to leave a message, wait for the beep.
Fuck the gods.
Pardon us. It seems like your cleric is currently possessed by an undead spirit, so until that gets resolved, leave a message after the beep. 13 points of slashing damage and make a con save, please.
What the hell?
Yep.
Oh, good God.
Who's doing the damage? The ghoul.
Oh, also, everyone that started their turn near these guys needed to make. If you're for each one that you're within 5 feet of, you have to make a con save as well. My bad.
Oh, hooray.
But yeah, the ghoul just turned and attacked Erwin.
Oh, Erwin. Okay.
Lower one's 10. Upper, the first one is a 23.
So I failed all of my con saves.
Oh, good lord! So you are poisoned officially, Erwin, by
Okay.
the stench of this ghoul, and then you failed the last one because there's 2 saves for the stench and 1 for the claw. So you are also now paralyzed.
We have to do 3 con saves for each one?
No, I
1
did.
for each person that's within. See, he has 2 people within 5 feet of him.
Oh,
So the stench, when he starts his turn, he had to roll for twice. Earth should have done it too, but if you haven't rolled, actually, we'll go ahead and do it after. If you fail your con save,
You got a
oh, he did.
23 and a 10 in that order.
Okay, so the 10 fails, so he is also poisoned. Although, is he immune to poison as a dwarf?
He is. Oh, he has advantage on those saves. So that was the first one.
Oh, okay.
2d20, d1 plus 4. Oh shit.
Oh,
He is poisoned.
pain. It's pain.
All right. Felicity, did you do yours?
How many do I have
One.
to roll?
Just one.
Just one. I rolled a 12.
Okay, I think that still counts as being poisoned. Let me double check. Nope, you succeed. 10's a save, so you succeeded.
All right.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
And for each
doesn't
one-
even-
Yeah, for each one that you succeed, you are immune to its effect for 24 hours.
Yay.
So the one that so you're immune to that stench effect for 24 hours. Those of you who are poisoned, though, you are affected by the poison condition. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's very, very, very bad. Not good, I
It's
think.
very bad.
Now we are going to go ahead and have the beginning of the next round, everyone.
Yay!
Just have to be unparalyzed.
Hope it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping. I think it is. Just waiting for confirmation.
Yeah, it's you, Felicity.
I'm going to cure wounds on myself because, ouch, that hurt. So that's the first thing I'm doing. Roll 1d8 plus 4. Is that what I'm marking?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I forgot one thing. I when I did that, I forgot something. Hasteron, on your turn, you were hasted, which means that you have the ability, as a unique ability here. If you'd like to expend your haste, you can expel the ghost from your body.
Sure. Goodbye.
Bye, haste.
Okay. So that still took your action to do that, but you are now no longer possessed. And on her turn, she'll roll to see if she can possess someone else, but that'll be a thing. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Uh-oh.
All right. So can you place the ghost? Yeah, right. Yeah, like right there's good.
Okay.
That's fine. Right next to Felicity.
6 health back. Hooray.
You know what? As long as it doesn't possess Urst, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
And then I'm going to bonus action, use my wild shape. And
Well,
become a
actually,
fox.
wait. No, we can all outrun Urst, which is kind of fun.
Just leave us behind.
Just run in circles and let the dwarf barbarian attempt and fail to catch up.
Yeah, let him tire himself out.
So, is that my? No, that's an action to change back into my. Okay, I'm a spider again. Rawr!
Spider.
I
Okay.
can use wild shape as a bonus action. So that's my bonus
Haven,
action.
make
I
my
still have
spider
my hasty
grow.
action, right? Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's your bonus action, and you use your action to heal, so you're good.
But I'm hasted. I get one more action.
You can't make a. You're right. You can't make an attack. You're right.
I
So
am
one
going.
attack.
I am going to. I'm gonna bite something. I'm gonna bite this bastard right here.
The ghoul that's already been damaged, or the ghost?
I feel like if I try to bite the ghost, it's gonna like be incorporeal, and she's gonna possess me, and I don't think it's gonna make a good time. But you know what? Let's bite the ghost because that sounds more fun. Let's bite the ghost.
Like the ghost.
Bite the
It's
ghost.
that's like medieval for bite the bullet.
Does a 6 hit?
What happened to my? No, it does not hit. What happened to my thing, Haven? There we go. I was looking at that.
All right.
6 does not hit.
I kind of like bite air.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The place where your pincers like meet, what was her neck? You know, when your pincers reach through, they are not there anymore. With that, it's Alyssa's turn. Rowan, if you're talking, you're very quiet again, buddy. I don't know why your mic's messing up.
Didn't Felicity get a second action?
Her first action was to cure wounds.
I wanted to cure myself, like die.
Yeah, because it says you got 21.
What says I got 21?
You got 21 to hit.
I'm not changed. No, I didn't get 21 to hit. That was my damage, I think. Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's D20
I did
plus
have.
5.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm looking at the wrong
16 plus
thing.
5.
No,
Yeah, 6 was beforehand.
In that case, you would have hit. And what was the damage for the bite then?
10.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at my cure. Thank you, Felissa. I was like looking at my cure wounds down.
That's okay.
You're the best.
Also, a Rowan pointed it out.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
I know Felicity and Rowan
What's the
aren't
problem?
speaking terms, so I would totally take the.
that's why she didn't know, because she's not on speaking terms with the Rowan right now.
All right. Now, with that happening, what has happened with the that was 10 damage from the bite, right? Piercing. Okay.
Yes, piercing damage.
Oh,
If she can be poisoned,
she cannot. No, she's
okay,
immune.
that's fine.
Do you have other wild shapes you could have gone
No, no,
into?
no.
All right. She's like, I want a spider. Oh, I'm a spider all the time.
I'm a spider.
What is a spider? All right. Anyway, after her, it's now Melissa's turn.
Oh, yeet. So the 3 ghouls.
Yeah.
Alyssa will
Call them
outstretch
Monday,
her hands.
Tuesday, and Francis.
Monday, Tuesday, and Francis.
Yes.
Okay.
I prefer the
As
term
she's-
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, gee.
So Monday's been hurt pretty bad. Tuesday and
Mhm.
Francis are currently full health.
So Alyssa will outstretch her hands towards Monday and Tuesday. And
Okay.
3 spectral golden globules of ink float from her skin and turn into dots, and 2 fire towards Monday and 1 fire towards Tuesday. She casts magic missile.
Gotcha. All right, roll the damage. The Joe DiMaggio.
2. So for the first hit, 7 points of damage.
Oh no, not 7. Okay.
No, and then for the Tuesday,
Yeah, that one's dropped, by the way.
Oh, that one. 2 points of damage.
That one barely noticed, but he's like, oh, hello.
Oh, hi there. Oh, hi, Mark.
Do you have time? Oh, hi, Mark. Do you have time to stop and talk about our Lord and Savior Anubis?
Yeah, sure.
Well, he's the best of both worlds. You know, some people like dogs, some people like men. He's both.
Yeet.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah, that'll be the end of her turn.
Rowan, your turn.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
God, damn it! Yes.
Okay, thank jeez. So I obviously can't do anything right now, but I can
On
try
your
to break
turn,
the
you can make
paralysis.
another con save. Yep.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh no.
They are.
Not now.
Okay.
Are you
so
rolling at disadvantage?
No, the 5 was the first one.
Yeah, it automatically
okay.
rolls you with advantage, and then you just if you take with the first one if you don't have advantage. Okay. Ow. Earth's turn.
Fuck him up.
All right, which one of yous is next? By the murder, the business end of the great acts recklessly. Another crit. Okay.
Nice.
2d12 plus 6. No, much less impressive. 14 points of damage.
I'm sorry. How much?
14.
Not. Add that to the damage, please.
14 points of damage.
Right. No, I was making sure. I was just telling him to add it to the marker. Good damage you just dealt with that.
Mm-hmm.
The damage you just did there. Okay. After you have gone,
Can you guys see me adding the damage?
I cannot. No,
Nope.
I could last week, which is why I was praying to rely on that this week, and now it's not working.
Okay, that's because I put it as a player, not as the GM. So
I gotcha. Okay. Wait, if you just? Oh, that was Earth. Okay, so now it's the ghost's turn. The ghost is going to see what the ghost can do, which is, admirable, I think. You never know what you can do until you try, right? I mean, you come into the poor ghost's home, you kill all of its friends
My house.
that were already dead.
My home. I'm just reclaiming what rightfully belongs to me. It's my home.
Okay. So it's
Yeah, sure.
its possession does not recharge this turn. And it is
It's
instead...
Cleaver time!
Alright, it's going to use its horrifying visage. Every non-undead creature within 60 feet of the ghost must make a DC wisdom throw.
DC what now?
DC wisdom saving throw.
Well, if the DC is wisdom, then I think Lindsay and I are the only ones with a shot.
I'm sorry, not DC. Wisdom, sorry. I was reading it. I didn't want to say the number. It's 13. DC is 13 wisdom saving throw. Every one of you are within.
Success!
Hopefully it'll be okay. I'll have to figure out where the hell I put things.
Yeah, your wisdom stays the same in your wild shape, so it would still count.
20.
Yeah, you keep your mental stats.
Plus 6.
Renee, is that your wisdom?
22.
Renee, Alyssa, bruh, tell me that's not your saving throw. Your silence is telling me more than I wanted to.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it is. Yeah, I thought I was
Oh,
unmuted.
gosh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have proficiency in it, but that doesn't matter. Well,
Wait. Yeah. No, it wouldn't matter. Holy hell. Well, let's see.
Perfectly fine dumpster.
So, the only person that's frightened of the ghost is Felicity. I mean, yeah, Alyssa. Pardon me. However, Alyssa.
No,
is
I'm frightened.
Oh, are you? Okay. Did you fail by 5 or more?
I failed 7, so yeah.
All right, both of you, aged 10 years.
Oh.
I mean, it's
First
not too
is
bad
fine.
because she's super young, but like, still.
Yes.
I'm a half elf, so so like I just get a little bit more distinct. Like I become a little bit more adult. Cool.
First
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah, she goes from
Yes,
being
okay.
like just come to adulthood to yeah, okay.
Wow,
Is
more
that
artwork I have to do
permanent?
now. Yeah,
Holy shit.
it's an ugly ability. All right. Yeah, and of course, on your turns, as frightened, you just can't. You don't have to run away or anything, but you can't move closer or attack that creature until you make another successful. And it's not like every time you fail, you're going to age. It's just if you have to make this DC save at the end of your turns as a free end thing to break the thing. So anyway, now that we've explained that as well as
At
anyone
least her
possibly
boobs get
could.
bigger. Like
Okay, you know what? New name of the episode. At least her boobs get bigger.
Wow.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not. I'm just joking.
Good.
Okay.
what's in this situation here?
Ghost gas. All right, so the 3 gas or the 2 gas because one's dead, or deader than it was. The 2 are going to attack.
One was sent downstairs.
Okay, so the one that is in the middle is going to move, which lets Erst attack it. It's going to move and try to surround.
Why are you running away? All the party's right here.
It's going to move and attack Erwan.
AC 25.
That's going to hit him.
I mean,
11
he's
points.
yeah. Actually, it's 5.
What is?
Oh wait, no, sorry. Sorry. He hit him. My bad. Continue. Go ahead.
11 points of slashing.
All right. How much has he had already on him, Avon?
14.
I knocked him
14
for 14
plus
earlier.
plus
16.
11. Okay.
16.
So 27. All right. He's gonna move around to flank Erowin and attack.
Woof.
Critical hit.
For who?
On Erowin. 18 points of slashing damage and make a con save, please.
Reduced to 9
How?
because of Earth's Rage.
There's
It's only when he hits someone on his turn, though, I thought.
He hit someone on his turn. He hit Tuesday already.
Oh, did he hit him on his turn? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, then never mind. I mistook that. So yes, in that case, so it's just a regular hit. I think does they both hit? Yeah, they both would hit. You have 19 hits you, right?
19 hits, yeah.
Okay. So. Oh wait, no, it wouldn't be reduced because what would happen is that the advantage from flanking would mitigate the disadvantage from the thing. So the first number he rolls will be what he rolled. The first one he rolls is 20.
When the target hits a creature other than you with an attack, the creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay. Well then, you are correct, sir. 9 slashing damage, but make a con save, please.
I'm pretty sure I'm almost dead. Yeah, I am.
Didn't you just get unparalyzed?
No, I didn't break the paralysis.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't worry about it. There's no point in making a save because you're already paralyzed. I thought you had unparalyzed.
Wait, hold on a moment. Wait, did I ever actually make? No, I didn't. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, you're right. There's nothing I can do.
Okay. So if that's the cars, that brings that turn to the end. So now it's Hasteran.
I'd like to apply the good old-fashioned business end of my spear to the almost dead creature that's standing right next to me.
The ghost or the
thing that's almost dead. This one.
I mean, which one? Point. I don't see it.
Oh, Jesus. My roll 20 is bugging out. All right.
The ghast or the ghost? Because the one that's dead in front of you, and then there's the ghost right
The
next
one
to you, and
that's
then there's
the ghast that is almost dead.
next.
It's on my. It's next to me.
Wait,
Okay,
then I
so
would have
you're
gotten
gonna-
an opportunity attack for Hasteran.
You are correct. I didn't see that. Go ahead and make another attack. That might change things a little bit.
Oh my god, it would change everything.
Nope.
No, it didn't change a damn thing, but
Not a
it's
thing,
fine.
not a thing. But at least you had your chance. Good call. All right, now then, what would you like to do on your turn?
All right. Well, seeing as my spear probably won't affect the ghost that well, I'm going to. I'm going to shift around to be standing over there. And screw it. Business end of the spear.
Okay,
23 to hit.
that is a successful hit.
Ooh, big 4 points of damage.
All right. You do
Well-
feel like the body, as it starts to take the damage, phases out a little bit, and you do about half as much as you would have thought you would do.
I'm shocked.
So that's 2 more damage added to the ghost boy. Girl, pardon me. Ghosty Bay. How much damage has she taken so far? It was 15 before the last round, and then she just took what from Felicity?
She's at 27 damage on total.
27. Okay, cool. All right, now then, That brings us to the top of the round. So, Felicity, take your shot.
I'm going to take my shot. I'll bite this one.
The ghost. Okay.
Bite the ghost. I'm going to bite it twice. Chomp, chomp.
Give her. You have advantage on both because of flanking.
Oh, even better.
Mm.
My macro won't give me advantage, but that's okay. We'll still see it.
It's a 40% chance for a crit.
16. 9 would not hit, but we've got a 16 there, so that works.
16 does hit. Yep.
That one was a 6.
piercing.
Damn.
Yep. So again, as you begin to pierce her with your fangs, her body shifts out of corporealness, and you feel like you didn't quite get her like you wanted to.
Oh, hold on.
Which means
I'm reading. I've got D20. That's the 16. That one does. 9 does not. That one was not. Okay, so a 16 again.
oh, both of them are 16s.
I have 2 16s and I have one more to roll.
How you? Okay, yeah, fine. How are you hitting 3 times?
Well, I have advantage.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
So each one of my, and because it's a macro, I'm stuck hitting the macro.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yes, 16, 9. The 9 cancels out, so that's a 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then
15.
a 16, 15, and the 16.
Okay, yeah, you hit.
Okay.
So with the 16, since that's the higher of the 2, what was the damage roll with that one?
An 8 and a 6. So 14
That's
total.
going to be 7 total damage added to her damage pool, please. Emissar Raven. All right.
7 damage has been added.
Okay. After her, it's Alyssa's turn.
Okay. Having been aged a bit and being slightly peeved, that she's just lost years of her life. Rude. She's going to magic missile at 2nd level. Cause fuck you and your spectral bullshit.
She attacking the ghost?
2 towards the ghost and 2 towards her little friend beside her.
At 2nd level,
Actually,
wouldn't you have
3.
more than you'd have 6, right?
No, I'd have 4 dots.
Oh, okay.
3 at 1st level, then 1 more.
Okay.
Yeah, actually it's 3 of the ghost because she's feeling extra soul.
So do 3d4 plus 3 damage real quick.
That's 13
That
points
is
of
Nice. That makes total damage on her?
She's
Even?
very upset. And then I'm gonna roll damage for my little boy beside me because I don't want him to feel left out.
Nice.
Max, that's 5 points. She's really frustrated and angry about this.
She's not very happy.
No.
How much does a ghost take in total, even? Just so I can keep track.
47 damage.
47. Okay. Well, with that, Alyssa, it's your show. How you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. So she just lets out this aggravated scream, and these spectral, wispy, golden darts just pierce through this bitch's brain and frickin', I don't know, just dissipate her body.
Pew!
I would imagine blood flying everywhere.
When that happens, the blood that explodes kind of stops midair, and everyone kind of stares as like droplets of blood are just free floating, and then they all swirl around and return back into Alyssa's body.
Oh, gross.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's my blood, but still.
Right, yeah. Ew, I have my own blood in me. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now, when that happens, the remaining ghouls turn to you, and they take a knee and bow.
Oh. Well
as that happens, as they bow, the ground begins to shake, and they meld into the ground. And whoever's making that background noise, not do that, please. Thank you. and the pillars collapse. The ceiling starts to fall in, and all of you are swallowed up by the ground, and you feel like you're being pushed against your will. And the next thing you know, you end up outside of the mansion, standing at the front door.
Chitter, 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 chitter.
Right.
Well, that was an experience.
Oh, God.
Hey, Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Which mansion should I put on for this one?
Just the main front one right now.
Okay,
That
one
one's
I'm on.
fine. Yeah.
You're all right.
Yeah.
Alyssa is looking at her reflection.
Everyone, you all right?
Spider.
All right, so I got a 17 on my con save. I'm paralyzed now.
Yeah. After any spell effects that were affecting you guys during the battle have worn off now.
Am I still poisoned?
You are still no. You would the effect would have ended.
And I'm still
Okay.
aged. That hasn't
You are still
changed.
aged. Yeah, that's a magical effect that lasts. That's a one-time thing, and you were just both 10 years old. It could have been worse. It was a D4 times 10.
I mean, I'm a half elf. It would have been too bad for me.
Can you imagine, like, Alyssa going from, like, 16 to 56?
Oh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Ugh, I feel a bit more mature.
This is not great.
Would I
It's a broken
know
window, by
anything
the way.
about this sort of magic with my studying?
You would have
And-
never encountered this. This is a different level of magic.
No, but would I have ever heard of it? I'm not expecting that Hosteron's fought aging ghosts before. I'm asking.
Yeah. There are a couple of historical wizards. If you roll a history check, you might be able to figure out who would have in history had power to build a mansion like this. 17. Okay. The two of them that seem most likely to do it would have been. Actually, with the 17, I'll tell you that you narrowed down to the person that lived in this region. It was probably the wizard Arbitrary, who was a famous wizard known for the ability. He took the wizard heritage Arbitrary because he told everyone that he could just take any random item and enchant it to make it god quality. He was a fabled enchanter, and this seems like the kind of stuff that only he could do. And you also know that he was said to have lived on the northeastern section of Tiernan. So that kind of checks out with where you're at now.
So, all that information is great. Can I get an answer to the question I asked, which is, have I encountered or read anything
No, you've
about?
never encountered or read any. That's the only information you've gotten. Any reading you would have done is that.
About aging magic?
You were asking about age? No, the ghosting. The ghosts is it's pretty. There are ghosts that exist in the world, and other people have encountered them. With a 17, I thought you were asking about the whole ritual. My bad. Well, you guys just got free information there, then. In that case, but either way, you would have.
Well, I mean, I rolled the history check, so but like,
yeah. Well, I thought you were asking. It doesn't matter.
What's done is done.
You know that basically ghosts survive off the life force of others by scaring them to the point where their heart is at its weakest, so they can suck the life out of them, and that seems to have been what happened here. Like it was the minute the time left their bodies, it was consumed by the ghosts, so it was gone.
So, given that, do I think it would be possible to restore the lost years?
No, they're not unless you have a witch, something like a wish spell.
That's it. That's our next journey. Wish spell. I refuse to do so.
Wait, actually, here's a question. I'm pretty sure I'm not older than us, but Asteron, how old are you?
Not that old, actually. Maybe. I didn't keep track of the years that closely when I was living alone, but I'm in my early 20s. 20.
Oh, I was wrong, guys. I gave you. It could be reversed with a greater restoration spell.
Well, I think you two are in the need of some divine magic beyond my own capabilities. Let's go find a temple. and I'm going to, and I'm just going to. Also, I need to do some shopping.
But perhaps we can talk about the fact that we are pushed outside of the house.
Yes.
Let's
What
deal
about
with
me?
this after we've had a nice meal, a hot bath, and a little bit of rest.
Alyssa, what were you saying?
So do we have the house now, or don't we?
You can't tell. You know that the window that was busted when Nimnamen jumped through it, and then all of you guys went through, is now fixed. The Kill Avenue is still written on the side on the front door, but that's other than that, not a whole lot seems to have changed.
Felicity's gonna walk into the house.
Felicity. Wait.
As you walk up towards the house, Alyssa, you get an image in your head. It's like, hey, yo, one of your people that was with you in the face trying to fight in the house. Can she come in?
Of course she can come in. I guess.
All right, is this a one-time thing, or can she be whenever she wants to come in and out?
Yeah, whenever she wants. It's her house.
All right. Well, no, it's your house, but whatever you say.
Just tell her it's her house.
All right then. That's weird. You're a weird owner, but all right.
Felicity walks into the house, makes herself at home, and sticks her head out, like, guys, come on into my house. It's great.
So
this won't get out of hand at all.
I'm very scared.
I'm very scared.
We can deal with this
the
in time.
smaller of the
everyone,
two
one thing at a
protrusions
time.
down. Okay. The smaller of the two protrusions downward, Avon, is where they enter. So can we let them see that part?
Be that thick.
What?
Smaller of the two protrusions, just the one.
Yeah, like the hall. Yeah, it looks like a hallway. Yeah, just that hallway. Right there. Yep, that room.
Okay. That one.
Ooh.
Is that the entire room?
That's the base one. That's one room.
Okay. Well, open up the next room forward then, so that because they would be able to see both.
The one directly forward doesn't have any flooring, but the one to the right does.
To the right then, yeah. So as you walk in the house, the door is opened by Jelly Bones, and he says, "Hey, yo, welcome to your new abode. My name is Jelly Bones, but you probably remember that from before, you know. So, yeah, this is totally your house now, little human girl. You run the place, I guess."
And Felicity just kind of looks around. Who? Thought this is my house.
It is who I'm talking to. You know, the one with the human face and the human body.
She looks very confused and slightly
She's a
offended.
dragonborn.
I'm going to wink really heavily and really awkwardly.
If a skull can show exasperation, he's showing it on his skull.
I'm also going to
He's really
give
got
him,
robots
like,
and we've just moved in.
I'm also going to mouth the words, "I'll explain later" to him.
He kind of like looks at each of you and he's like, "All right, so I take it that the owner of this establishment," and he actually looks past Felicity to Alyssa, but she can't tell, is okay with everybody coming in, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Definitely.
All right.
Yes.
Now here's
course,
the way it
Felicity.
works, okay? The spells put on this place was to make it so that only the most powerful wizards and arcane magic users can access the more powerful stuff. Some of the rooms are off limits until you get a little bit more beefy in the Mindle region. But
In the Mindle region.
yeah, but until then,
That's
you have free
fun
reign in the
commentary.
bedrooms. You got bedrooms you can use, and you know, a little bit of other stuff. I mean, just explore around, whatever. I'll be around if you need me. Just call for Jelly Bones, and he disappears.
Is there a kitchen?
He's gone.
Let's
Jelly
go
Bone.
explore my house.
When you say Jelly Bones, he kind of comes out of the wall. Yo, what is it?
Is there a kitchen somewhere?
Yes. And he's like, is there anything
Can I
else you
access
want to know? I mean, it'd be kind of a bad house if you couldn't go to the kitchen, right? Yeah, you can get there. It's not a direct route. You gotta go around the outside. But yeah.
Could you give me directions, please?
Yeah, sure. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go outside, walk around the back of the house. You'll see a stable area. On the outside of the stable area, you can, as I'm explaining this, you can go ahead and defog these areas. You'll see a stable area. On the back of the stable area, there's going to be a courtyard. You can go in the courtyard. There's a back door. You go in the back door. Inside there, you'll see a big room with like a dining room table and such. All right, and then straight south of that, you got the kitchen.
Damn, boy.
We got hooked up. Guys, let's stop adventuring. We've done enough. Rest and settle down.
The moment I walk into the kitchen, I'm going to like very gently put all my stuff down and like my little pack and my weapons, like take off my armor and just start like rifling through all the drawers to see what sort of kitchen equipment I'm working with here.
You find that this place is equipped with level 2 cooking gear, which just gives you a +1 on any checks made with cooking utensils. It's got pretty much everything you think of. It's got pots, pans, knives, forks, utensils. I'm not a cook, but whatever else cooks need to cook with.
I have the
it actually has the spatula of legend, as a matter of fact.
It has
spatula that has been passed down to the generations of owners of this house, and each one has added a little bit of special juice.
How much food is stocked, if any?
There is actually not anything in the pantry. There's a Lazy Susan, if you know what that is, like a little spitting thing that is completely empty. And their cabinets are also bare, completely. There's no food in it.
I'm going to check my coin purse to see how much money I have, acknowledge that amount of money, and leave to go shopping for food.
At this time, Alyssa, you hear in your head, "Hey, yo, I've got to ask before, but the people in here, are they allowed to come in just once or whenever they want?"
Whenever they want.
How about this, well, the short guy. Is he okay?
A short guy?
What, you mean me?
He can't hear, but yes, he's trying to refer to Ernst.
Oh, no. Ernst heard the short guy come out of Alyssa's mouth.
Oh, I gotcha.
Who you calling short?
No, Ernst. I mean nothing by it. We weren't talking about you. Talk about someone else.
Oh, there's a we now.
Oh,
I think he thinks you're crazy. This is fun.
Ernst, I just aged possibly a couple of years.
Oh,
give me a
did?
Like
I didn't know this.
You look old as hell now.
Hey, your tits look nice.
What did you just say?
Oh, I'm just making an observation. I've been around the block a
you
few
look
times.
nice. What? Can you not hear me? Am I not speaking loud enough?
Alyssa's tattoos totally start glowing.
Hey, whoa. I was just trying to be friendly. You see me on the spot. I'm trying to help.
Would appreciate if you didn't call me old.
I think you're scared.
I never said you were old.
Boyfriend.
Too many voices. Okay. Go.
Go where? Where do you want me to go?
I believe she's having a magical conversation.
Right.
Go on.
I'll go help Oscar and he's going shopping. See you later.
Alyssa?
Yes.
Are you all right?
I'm...
Beyond the aging part.
I should be okay. Do you?
Okay. I guess. This was a lot to handle for us. Actually, Jelly Bones. How long were we inside of?
He appears out of the ceiling and drops down. Bones splatter across the ground and then pull himself back together. He's like, "Hey, yo, what you want?"
How long were we in the trial?
By my look, about 3 years.
Wait, what?
Excusez-moi?
Yeah, 3 years went by down there. It's weird magic mumbo jumbo. I don't get it, but then look, outside it's currently 3 years after when you went in. That's all I can tell you.
3 years?
Man, what are you talking about? 3 years?
Okay, so like when you went in, it was 1 year, right? And then when you come out now, it's 3 years more than when it was before.
And he just straight decks Jelly Bones. And
I don't blame him.
Jelly Bones recalibrates. It's like, that seems a little rude. I didn't do it.
I have to sit down. I have to drink something.
I need to go into
Pantry's
town.
empty. Sorry, bro.
Felicity finds a room and she claims it as her own. And she just kind of
Alright, go
lies
ahead.
on her back.
For
And
them,
almost
go
just like a
ahead and
snow
unlock-
angel in the middle of the room.
Sure. Go ahead and unlock all the rooms that they currently have access to, just so they can see it.
That is rooms 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sure.
4 rooms in total, starting from the down up.
Jesus, 3 years? Is he fucking with us?
Do we believe him?
Roll insight.
Oh
Shit.
no.
If only the two
not-
high wisdom characters were here.
Yes, it would be super helpful.
That's not like Felicity's super insightful.
Oh, hey, I got an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you
Shook.
think he's fucking with you.
Oh,
I got a 6. I completely believe him. This is the worst day in Alyssa's life.
no,
As you age 10 years, then 3 additional years go by, and then you think, you know what? If 3 years went by and I only aged 10, it's not as bad as it could have been.
That's true. They're only age 7 years.
Only aged 7 years in this time period. Not that bad.
no, Alyssa.
Alyssa's just like she's now crouched on the floor and she's doing kind of the child thing where they kind of hug their knees and she's just like, yes, it's not that bad if 3 years went by and I've aged probably 8, 9, 10 years, then it's not that much. It's not that much.
Alyssa, look at me. Look at me. The skeleton was fucking with us.
What?
Ah, you got me. Yeah. I like to tell jokes. I mean, I'm Jelly Bone. What are you talking about?
So a golden scimitar appears behind him. Right by his
He looks
head.
at it. He's like, "Oh, look, we're all very impressed about your big shiny gold sword, but
She tries to
what are
slam
you
it
gonna
into him.
he disintegrates. It comes back. What is this? I've already been killed twice since you've had. This is like
Skeleton.
violence.
Jelly Bones.
My name is Jelly Bones. Okay, what? What is
Jelly
it?
Bones. How long were we in that area?
You want me to tell you the truth?
I would absolutely love for you to tell me the truth.
I have no idea. I was down there with you. How would I know?
Jesus Christ.
Please go away, skeleton, before I lose my patience.
With that, he kind of melts back into the ground.
Eats his way out of this one.
This is going to be
Go ahead.
stressful.
Also, Avon, go ahead and connect all of the rooms from the hallway that they have to the bedrooms. They should have access
bouncing
to all
bow
those
wow.
rooms.
So the 3 rooms between that hallway and the bedrooms, or do you want me to unlock the one that also leads to the kitchen? Oh wait, no, that one's not
that's
safe.
that
My
one.
bad.
Yeah.
That's about the only room I actually have floor for. So
Ooh.
There you go.
Ta-da.
That's all the access. That's all the rooms you have access to at the moment that are. Now,
Well,
if you
to
couldn't
be
tell, as
like
as
this.
Alyssa gains in power, you'll have access to more rooms than you currently do. But the rest of these, all these blackened rooms here are locked, and you can't even see into them.
Ooh. What's
I'm glad
this?
someone left the rooms.
I
So,
told you they were great. We worked together on them.
No, I mean she already claimed a room. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, which room did she claim?
She's writing in it. She claimed this one.
No, okay.
Mm.
That's hilarious. Oh man. All right.
I
You
should
want
put a
to-
spider in that room now.
Oh,
Whatever room has the most bookshelves, Alyssa will claim it.
None of the rooms have anything on them in them other than a bed and
Rude.
a small closet for like actually not even a closet, like a what's it called?
An armoire?
Yeah.
Mm.
Just you have stuff to store clothes, but not a lot because they're Now someone was
Okay.
talking about. Go ahead.
Question: what's like the equivalent climate to Gab?
Kind
Like
of like
what's the
Rome,
climate like?
like Italy. It's a lot like
Okay, so hot summers, mild winters.
Pretty much.
Mm.
I mean, occasionally they will have blizzards every so often, but.
All right, so it's like northern Italy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, what is
Hastaron
this?
and Erst are out shopping for food right now.
Okay.
Basically, Hastaron's gonna like try and find a food market, and it's sort of gonna be one of those things where he's like got his empty pack and Erst has his bag with him, and it's like it starts out, I'm just gonna buy the essentials, and sort of
Sure.
as it progresses on, there's just more and more shit that like progressively gets added to it.
Okay, just give me 1 second, and we'll get to you as soon as whenever you would have had time to have gotten there. In the meantime, the rest of you, you are where you want to go. Move yourselves where you want to be.
Erst is with me.
Did Urs go with Hastron, right?
Yeah, Erst is with Hastron.
My room.
I'll start putting up spider webs in my room, just do decorating. Put my pebbles down. Make sure that they have a good place to sleep on the bed.
That should be everybody.
Alyssa will be hanging up her masks along the wall.
What does this picture of a woman?
Okay.
Yeah,
and
that's
Rowan,
what I was
actually,
asking.
as you walk into that room, it is actually connected to the two bedrooms, one that Alyssa claimed and then the other one. And also by putting your room there, Alyssa, you know everyone's gonna have to walk through your room probably to get to theirs.
Oh,
He
yeet, fuck
already has
that.
a salamander under his
Fine, I guess I'll take it.
I don't need
Okay.
anybody freaking walking in on
Fair
Alyssa
enough.
while she's naked. No.
gonna
All
do
right,
that
especially
anyway.
now that she's gonna be like inspecting herself probably after she's aged 10 years. Anyway, what is this? Okay,
I'm
anyway,
just waiting for the awkward
What
interaction
is
where Felicity like walks out of her room as a giant spider and sees Alyssa just like staring at herself in a mirror, like horrified.
Yeah.
all right.
Oh my dear
Now,
God.
Rowan,
Mhm.
as you walk into that room, it is it's a little bit different than most. It looks almost like more aged, almost like some of the other rooms were built around this particular room. And in it there are several small tables, and there are drawers built into each table. They line the walls. At the very back, where the picture of the girl is standing, is actually a statue of a powerfully built woman. She looks to be probably either human or elf. You can't tell because she's got chainmail headdress over her head. She's holding up a spear. She has a shield on her left arm, and she is wearing armor. All of which the spear, the shield, and the armor, all are glowing, and they each have what appears to be an upside down triangle that seems to be the source of the glowing on each piece.
Alex inspects the triangles.
As you go to inspect the triangle, your eyes also notice that the base of the statue says that it says the wizard Krona, war mage most feared of the 5th century. The most feared war mage of the 5th century. 5th century. Yeah, words for me to say. Good.
Which century are we in?
You are currently in the 12th.
Oh,
It's like 1100, give or take. I mean,
Okay.
it's actually, you don't know how long you were in there. I can't tell you the exact year, but yeah.
right. So, yeah, he'll still inspect the triangles, but that's very interesting to know.
Yeah. When you inspect the triangles, how are you doing it? Are you going to like just look at them? Are you going to try to like move them, pick them up, dust them off?
If looking at them, just like directly looking at them doesn't reveal anything, then I will touch them.
Okay. As you go to touch them, you notice that they can be moved. Like they are, and whenever you move them around, the armor seems to mold around them as if they become, like it fixes itself as it tears through the armor. That it fixes itself. You can tell that the armor is definitely on. It's like the statue is wearing the armor. It is not part of the statue, nor is the shield or the spear.
if I'll try moving them in a couple different patterns. If nothing amazing happens, I'll call Jellybones.
Okay. Yeah, you just spend time like moving around, and Jellybones comes like, "Oh, yo, what are you filling out the statue for, man?"
What is the statue? What does it do?
Well, it stands there and looks pretty and like celebrates history.
Wonderful. Now tell me why it is that these triangles move.
Oh, that was from the 13th owner. You know, he was a historian. He liked the the historical wizards, and he tracked down these 3 pieces. They're a set, as I hear. And yeah, he commissioned this statue to be made, and he put it on there, kind of like to collect them.
But do you know what the triangles do?
Yeah, that's actually the pieces. You see, Krona, she specializes in enchanting, kind of like the maker of the establishment, you know. But 13th owner, he couldn't use them because he was a smart guy, kind of like the current owner, and actually, now that I think about it, every owner. But yeah, this one, she was a smart girl too, according to what he told me. But she also had the ability to use the stuff. So, but yeah, if you he kind of like pulls one of the triangles off, and as he does, the armor that it was attached to, kind of like is absorbed into the triangle. He says, "If you put this on your chest, and you have the ability to use the armor, like, you know, whatever, then it appears on top of you. That's how you put it on." Same thing with and he points to the spear has a triangle as well. Like, you know, and the shield is a triangle as well.
Okay, I'll take all 3 triangles.
Okay.
And
you see that this statue was, for whatever reason, anatomically correct, and is now wearing nothing.
Oh, that is that. Do you have something to cover all of this up, Jellybones?
All I got's what I got.
Oh, okay, and everyone kind of just leaves the room quickly.
All right.
Okay.
What do you want to do now?
This is a room that I'm currently in, right? A bedroom.
Sure,
Or it looks like okay.
Yeah,
just wanted
there's a
to be
door to
certain.
that room that you just walked through, and then there's a door. If you would have went one space down, there's a door to the bedroom that she has. And so she actually has 3 doors in her on the bottom room. Pardon me. There's a door, the 2 doors you just went through, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's one below you, and then there's one attaching it to that room you were just in, and then there's one to the big white room also has a door to it. So there's three doors there.
Okay.
In that room, but this room here only has the 2 doors.
Yeah, I'll take off
3 doors as well.
my armor and try to put on the triangle armor.
Okay. Let me see what happens. Because I have to look up the stats on this thing. All right. All right. You are now wearing chrono armor. It is light armor. Your AC becomes 10 plus proficiency bonus plus your dex mod.
Okay. And I will try to bring out the shield and see what happens.
It is the chrono shield. When you now you have to attune to this to use it. Do you want to attune to it?
I'll spend the time. Yeah.
It takes an hour to attune to it. So while you're attuning to it, what are the other 2 people doing that are in the house still? You guys just messing around with your houses and your room and just setting it up basically.
Yeah, this is just kind of like hanging her, putting out her painting supplies, setting them out, putting up her little masks and hanging them up. And then also we'll do an intensive just like glance over her body. I mean, her people technically live for over 100 years, so she's technically fine. She's just very worried.
I like how like Felicity's spider webs are now expanding into a lizard.
Yes. It eventually will consume the whole house.
while you're inspecting Alyssa, Erwin will kind of come in and Alyssa. Oh goodness, I'm sorry.
Oh no. Yes.
I found this, and I think, and he's not looking at you at all. I think this would probably be best suited for you. And he's just holding out a triangle. He has a shield in his hand, and he's holding out a triangle to you.
It's a
Give me
three-dimensional
a
triangle.
second. She will get dressed and then walk towards him. What does this do?
Do you currently have any armor on?
No, she does not.
Okay, so
Apart
he will
from
just
her mage armor.
he will put the triangle right at your collarbone and kind of push down on it.
As a wizard, you have no proficiency with light armor, correct? You don't have anything.
No.
Okay.
I'm not proficient in any kind of armor.
So he just presses the triangle to your neck, your collarbone, and nothing happens. He's just like pressing it to your chest.
Oh.
Erwin, are you okay?
My apologies. I thought it would do this, and he presses it to himself.
Okay, and you see this. It's almost like chain link scale light, but it seems very light. That kind of encompasses his entire body. It's a dark green with golden like flares on it.
Ooh.
It looks very, very, very stunning.
It looks very good on you.
Well, I thought it might serve you better. I didn't want you to go into battle unprotected again.
That's fine. I have my magics. You know me.
Well, actually, I don't know you, but if you're confident, then I won't press the issue. What does these the mask for?
The masks?
Yes, I've noticed you treat them very carefully. I'm not really. You love them, I take it.
Yes, I do. You could say they are memories for me.
Memories of what?
It's hard to explain. When certain things occur in life, instead of lingering on them, I decide to put them down on a mask.
And he chooses probably like the most fearsome looking or savage looking. It says, and what memory does
combat mask?
What memory does this represent?
Training. Lots and lots of training. And that's
Well,
what she'll say.
Do I get the sense she's not hiding something, but she's not comfortable talking more about it?
Insight check.
Sure, why not?
I mean, feel free if you want.
Let's insight check this.
An 11.
Yeah, I mean, she's not trying to like intentionally hide her discomfort of talking about herself. You can definitely tell that there are memories. There are pretty intense memories behind that mask. What you can't know whether they're positive or negative.
Right. Well, perhaps one day you'll be able to tell me about some memories of these masks.
She'll kind of look at the orc's mask and just kind of say, I hope I can see that day come too.
Well, I'll allow you to get back to your ministrations. I did not mean to intrude.
Oh God. There's like a light blush that comes to her. Like she's got dark skin, but like you can tell she's like slightly flustered.
If it's any consolation, I still think you look very beautiful.
Rowan, please leave.
Oh, sorry. And he just like runs out.
All right. While this is going on, Felicity, in your room, as you're decorating with your apparently
the spider webs are so intense.
So many spider webs.
Pebble closet. I'm done.
The most
yeah.
target of 1,000 pebbles.
Want to
As you're
have
doing
space
that,
for them all.
as you're doing that, Poe comes out from underneath your hat and says, "Oh, hi. So I feel like a lot of things happened while I was in there just now. Did
Yes.
we get a house?
I got a house, yes.
Cool.
I'm decorating it right now.
Do I have to stay like, am I allowed to stay here? I mean, or should I like leave now? Cause you never really talked about like room conditions. If I could be your roommate.
Well, he is currently in a spider web.
You are currently stuck in a spider web. That is definitely something.
Which is the thing that kind of spurred my question. You know, you're not gonna eat me, are you?
I wasn't planning to. Why? Are you delicious?
No, probably not. No, I
You
don't think
sure?
so. I'm pretty darn, yeah.
Oh. I mean, I could bite you and find out, because I can find out really
I
quickly
wish
if
you
things
didn't. I'd rather
No?
you didn't. No, yeah. Uh-huh.
It'll probably be pretty quick.
Yeah, but you know, you're bigger than I am, and a little blade for you might be a big deal to me.
Well,
So,
that is true. That is absolutely true. I don't know. I mean, do you have anywhere else to go?
I mean, I don't know. I've never been asked that before, actually. No, not really. Normally, I just get stuck with whoever picks up my stone.
What do you mean you're stuck with me?
Well, I mean, I don't dislike you, so I don't feel like it's a bad thing as long as you don't bite me. But yeah.
I can't promise that.
He looks like confused because he think like you're very nice to him, but you keep saying you're gonna bite him, which is not something he looks at as a nice thing. So he looks very confused. Like, okay, well, please try not to at least.
I'll try to. I'll try. But I try not. I also really, really try not to make promises I can't keep, because then I don't keep them and then I'll feel bad.
Yeah, and that's how promises are supposed to go. If you don't keep them, you feel bad. Anyway, so I'm just gonna, when I'm here, not be in your hat anymore. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Bye then. And he kind of just like pulls away from the spider web and starts floating around the house.
Oh, be careful. I'm going to have more spider webs around, and I don't want you to get stuck if you don't want to be stuck. But I'm going to have the spider webs, so you're going to have to be careful because they're going to be there. But I won't eat
I'll keep
you.
an eye out.
All right.
All right. So he's just kind of occasionally, while you guys are home, you will see him. He's not really talking to any of you unless you talk to him, but he will occasionally exist in different rooms, and you can if you want to talk to him, any of you can. Well, of course, only she can hear him speak, but you know. Anyway,
You can have
with that-
one-sided conversations with him.
he can
And
mime
I can
stuff out.
translate.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. If you trust her. Translations. With that, Hastron, you and Urs, you get yourself to a shop, and the shop that you find is called the Veritable Fool. It's a special general goods shop where they sell you know, food and groceries, so to speak, bread. There's a pastry place. It's actually several shops that have been like built into one building, and there's different people handling each spot. All of them, of course, are gnomes, and you're greeted by a bright and smiley face of a person who comes to about maybe your kneecap. As she looks up at you and says, "Oh, hi there! You're a big bull, huh?
That I am.
I don't see very many of your species. Where are your others?"
I'm male. I don't have udders.
Oh, pardon me. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm curious. It's kind of a trait we have here. A lot of us are curious. So, what can I do for you? We have groceries, like we have corn and apples and peaches, and we have potatoes, and
I've got
we have
a lot of
butcher
shopping
shop.
to do. Would you mind pointing me in a few different directions here? One, my friend here is in the need for some liquor and tobacco. Could you point him in the direction to get those? As for
Sure,
myself,
and-
I'll be scanning through the market to find some food stuffs. And I'm going to
Okay.
hand Erst a list,
Okay.
assuming he can read, which is basically a collection of different kinds of alcohol that I want purchased, which include a few different like 4 bottles red wine, 4 bottles of white wine, and then just ale, a few barrels, and it just says, "I trust your judgment." And then I'm going to be go through and shopping, and I'm looking for a bunch of root vegetables, mushrooms, general pantry supplies, bread, and I'm going to see if I can get find a butcher shop.
Okay. Yeah, so all of those things are inside it's like I said, it's basically it's a town square but with a roof over it pretty much. So you are able to walk around and find all of the things. The roof, however, is only about 5 feet tall. So you're gonna have to like effectively walk on your hands and knees because of how big you are. Which just makes it seem like you're a big bull with armor on. For those who pass by.
Do I see like a young gnome child, like a street urchin somewhere?
Make a perception.
Sure. 24. Oh shit.
What'd you get? I'm sorry.
24.
Okay, I'll tell you what, that is a success. You do look around and you see that while typically speaking, if you were in farther north part of the city, because you where the richer people live, you saw as you walked to the mansion in the beginning, that there is actually almost like no signs of poverty. You are currently in the more quote unquote poor district. So yeah, because of that, you are able to look at the corner and see, excuse me, and you're able to see that there are quite a few small children that are they look like, you don't know for sure if they're urchins, but they look dirty. They're wearing like, like rags for their clothing, and they definitely look like they're mostly skin and bones. There's about 3 of them. Each of them comes up to about you're 7 feet tall. They're about 1.5 feet tall.
I'm going to walk over to them, grab my coin purse and clench it in my hand, and then squat down so I'm at eye level with them. You go, "Excuse me, can I speak to you all for a second?"
When you do that, one of them kind of like looks like 2 of them look terrified, but one of them, a young boy in the middle, kind of looks at you with awe on his face, and he reaches up and he starts playing with your horn ring. He's like, "What's that, master? What happened? Did you get hurt?"
Oh, this is a little ornament that my people use when our horns get cracked. It helps the healing process.
Is it gold? It looks like it's gold. I don't see very much gold.
It's gilded. The gold's a soft metal. It doesn't actually hold its shape that well. It's mostly made of silver and iron. That helps it hold the shape. But it's gilded on the outside because, well, it looks nicer.
Make a perception, please.
I'm holding my coin purse clenched in my hand.
That's true. Make a perception, please.
17.
Okay. You see the young boy has, what is that? What are you showing? Oh, the
Town
town.
map.
Okay, I gotcha. Why are they all so far north?
Because I'm
Because
currently
they're-
adding them.
Oh, I gotcha. Each of you are as big as like freaking like giants just walking through town. No.
I mean, I kind of am in this town.
Well, yeah. Compared to yeah. So
I'm the size of
that being
2.5
said, so that being
people.
said, right. So that being said, you actually are So as you're bent down, the boy who was like messing with your the horn, tries to quickly pull it off, of your horn. Let me make a quick check with him.
Oh, that's a mistake, kid. Nobody in this city can outrun me.
Well, if you weren't forced to be crawling, maybe.
Well, but I'm not inside the market.
Oh, I thought you said you were looking for them inside the market.
No, I was looking for them outside the market because I don't want to crawl around on my hands
well,
and
in that
knees.
case, never mind. There's no way he would have tried to steal from you if you were able to stand up and attack him. So, never mind. In that case, he's just kind of looking at you. So, what you need, mister?
Well, if you haven't noticed, I'm a little taller than average. And especially in this city such as yours, which is built for your people, not mine, I'm a bit out of place. Now, I have a friend who's currently doing some shopping for me, but he's a little bit busy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, uh-huh.
I want you and your friends here to do a little shopping for me.
Okay.
Do you know how to read?
Well, I know that because we're gnomes, people think we're smart, but we never learned. No one's ever taught us. So
That's a
probably
shame.
not. Yeah.
It's a
I
useful
can try
skill
sounding
reading.
out some words. Like, I mean, I have had a little bit of reading, but
I'm going to put my coin purse up into one of my coat pockets, pull out a little sketchbook, and draw a picture of all the different things that I want, which takes a decent bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like bread, a bunch of different vegetables, some mushrooms, a few different spices, and a brick of salt, some venison, and what is it called? And a large bag
so
of
you're
flour.
gonna get several cooking supplies. So you're gonna have him do that. He looks at the list and he says, "I think I can know what most of these words look like. I mean, I see them on the sides of the goods whenever they're being brought in all the time."
Oh no,
So-
no, I don't want you to steal them. I want you to buy them for me.
Well, yeah, you said shopping. I didn't mean I was gonna steal. I wouldn't steal for you. I mean, sorry, but if I could steal that good, I wouldn't be here.
Fair enough.
True that.
Out of curiosity, do you know how much this whole thing would come to? About?
I have no idea. I've never had anything more than a couple coppers.
Could you
Probably more than that.
maybe? Could you maybe guess?
100 gold.
I'm just gonna raise a single eyebrow and go, I'm gonna give you 5, and we'll see how that goes.
5 what? 5 copper?
5 gold. Now you're
You
going
say
to bring
5
me.
gold, his eyes light up, like confused, like he can't even process how much money that is.
I'm still holding them in my fists, and I go, but I want you to know something before I hand these to you.
What's that?
And I pull out my holy symbol of Astinius.
Mm-hmm.
Astinius is watching, and so will I. So, don't try and pull anything funny.
Make
And I drop the
intimidation.
gold pieces into his hand. Intimidation?
Intimidation. He's like, oh, 18. All right. The child looks noticeably shaken by the concept that some omnipresent creature is watching it, not knowing anything about who it was or who she is. But,
I scared a kid with the concept of a god.
Yes. And he says, "Oh, what? So I'm supposed to go buy you the stuff and then meet you back here?"
Oh, is there like a bench nearby or something?
There are a few benches. They are all
Could I
mostly
sit
run
on them
down
without
because
crushing them?
I was gonna say most of them are run down because of the nature of the ghetto. Because like remember, other than the mansion, everything around it is like the slums. Like the northern part of the city is for the most part really really nice. It's like a capital city, but the southern part of the city seems like it's not got very much attention done to it. So they look old, rickety, and you would probably not think that it would be smart to sit on one.
All right, I'm gonna I'm going to sit near if there's like a nice grassy patch. I'm gonna put all my stuff in my pack, wrap it up nice, put it under my shield, and then sit so that my legs are crossed and sitting on top of my shield, and begin
While
to
you're
meditate.
sitting, yeah, while you're sitting, you begin meditating. After about 20 minutes or so, you feel a tap on your shoulder from behind.
Yes.
You turn and you see a tall Goliath woman. She seems to be pretty well dressed. She has gold hoop earrings in her ear. She says, "Oh my, it is quite unfortunate for people of our size to be in such a small city, right?"
I do admit it's a little taxing sometimes. The ceilings can be low. Why don't you
Especially for
sit
your
down,
arms.
friend?
She looks at the rickety
I'm not sitting on the bench. I'm sitting
I
on
know.
the ground.
Well, she's considering it because she's wearing nice clothes. She's like, I think I'd rather stand. I
no,
don't think
please.
that the bench would hold me, and I don't believe sitting on the ground would be good for my tailor.
I'm going to slide my shield over and go, use that. It should keep your clothes clean enough.
Very well, I suppose. She
I'm
says, so, what
going
brings
to make sure that my legs are covering my pack.
Sure. So, what brings another tall person like you into this short person city, huh?
Oh, a rather funny story, actually. I'm a traveling lore master for the Church of Astinius. I travel through the realm, study the history, collect the knowledge, and bring it back to our temples.
When you say Astinius, her mind, like her eyes like light up a little bit, and she starts rummaging through her purse and pulls out the holy symbol for Astinius. She says, "I too am a follower of the knowledgeable." What a coincidence!
Another of her faithful. It's good to meet you.
I mean, I am no cleric to be sure, but I am someone who enjoys learning and has a hunger for knowledge.
One does not need to wield Astinius' magic to feel her light.
Wise words. She puts the symbol back in her purse.
Though I sense some disdain in your voice.
Yeah, as you get a good look at her now, she has long braided hair, but only like a few tufts of it are visible. Most of her hair seems to have been burned off at different moments, but she's wearing a wig to cover that up, so you can only see because you're so close and you have high passive perception. The rest of her is pristine, like she's very finely pressed, very carefully, put makeup on her face. She looks like a noble woman, if you will. And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was staring off at these little people. They're so entertaining. What did you say?"
You something from your voice tone. It just it sounded like you didn't particularly enjoy the population.
It is the price we pay for knowledge. No, I have a dream. If you don't mind indulging me, I want to create a paper printing press somewhere else. I want to learn from the people who run the printing press here, and then go back to my homeland and apply what I've learned and create a second printing press. The idea of spreading knowledge to those who can learn it is quite possibly one of the most boastful goals one can have, I think. But I am attempting it. It is my life mission, I think.
Well, this would be the place to learn. I don't know much about the history of it, but I'll share what I know. The gnomes founded it, and their headquarters are here. The magic that uses it is actually somewhat similar to divine magic. That's also outside of my capability, but it allows for the sending of messages, and they rigged up a system that allows for the sending of information. I wish you luck in your journey to help spread the knowledge and understanding through the world.
Okay, so with that, I do think it's time for me to get going. But before I take my leave, if you don't mind, it is so rare to find someone of tall stature here in the city. A few of us are gathering together tomorrow night. If you would like to come and join our meeting, it's not you don't have to bring anything. It's just to be around people of your own height. People who can appreciate what it's like for us up here. Those of us who are uncomfortable in the city.
Oh, you have a cohort. Are you a group of some sort?
Not exactly a group, more like a gathering of people. We have we see each other. It's very hard to miss us in this city. So
that must be true.
when we see each other, we get together. We say, hey, let's form a gathering so we can occasionally spend time with each other, talk about life, share experiences and knowledge.
Are you meeting somewhere specific?
Yes. If you go into the far north, there is a well, I could see it if the map did literally as I started looking. If you go to the far northwest, there is a shop. It is a magic shop. Behind the magic shop, there is a house, a series of taverns. But in the middle of the taverns, there is one house. It is owned by the person who has brought us all together, and he would be happy to talk to anyone who is of reasonable height and stature.
I've done a lot of traveling in my time. Does this person have a name? I might have heard of him.
His name is Siegfried.
Siegfried. Classic dwarvish name, actually. Is it Kaltaslani?
Don't tell him that. No. He is from you might have heard of Toz.
Ah, I see. I did a little sailing nearby Kaltaslan a few years ago, and I met quite a few Siegfrieds on their ships. So I know there's a dwarf nation there, so might have come from that.
Interesting. No, I do not know if he has gotten that far or not, but I certainly haven't. But yeah, I'm sure he would like to hear tales of your sailing adventures. So, can I expect to see you tomorrow?
I'm going to pull out another sheet from my notebook and sort of jot down the name and the tavern and like the rough direction she gave me.
Sure.
This is the spot, correct?
That is it. Yep. We meet at the sunset every second Tuesday of every month. So tomorrow is your day.
Sounds good. Perhaps I'll see you there. And I'm going to.
Perhaps. I look forward to it. And she kind of like holds out her hand.
I'm going to hold out my hand.
Sure.
At this point, from talking to her, what?
With your passive perception, as she reaches out with her hand and you take her hand, she is wearing a ring that looks exactly like the one you took off of the dead bodies that you defeated at the
guild,
Rogue Body Extermination Guild. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to. I'm just going to look at her and mutter something in Minotaur, which it's brush what the fuck on
excuse me, I did not understand what you were saying.
It's a saying in my people's tongue. It translates as may your hooves strike with thunder, but it means walk well. You don't have hooves.
You are a funny one. So yes, I will be looking forward to seeing you there. I will save you a seat. And she kind of winks at you and kind of begins walking off. You notice as she's walking that she's kind of putting a little extra wiggle in her behind.
I'm going to what that actually was in Minotaur translates as "Curse you, you damned traitor to all of mankind, to all of our kind." But you know, and I'm just and I see that, and I'm going to flip the page and write down in basically some runic markings that are sort of base arcanum type stuff. That's like the outline of what a curse would be, and then just like scribble it out, shake my head, and go, maybe it'll help.
As you are doing all that, you feel someone tugging at your armor from down below.
Hello there.
It is the group of kids. They are back carrying a massive bag, and they seem to be looking rather pleased with themselves, although sweaty because of how much stuff they're carrying.
May I have my change?
Yeah. Well, about that. It actually cost exactly 5 gold for everything you wanted.
Insight check.
Sure.
19.
19. You can tell he's definitely not very practiced at telling lies, but he's not telling you the truth.
You might think your tongue's made of silver, kid. It's nickel. Give me my money.
Ooh. He like looks genuinely confused, but then he's like, when you hear say give him your money, you're like, oh. He's like, oh, okay. Well, about that. So there are bigger kids who saw us with money and with all the stuff. And,
where are they?
He points inside the building. Like they ran in there. They have a stall they set up, and well, yeah, they took what change you had. So you should have about a gold, and then some of the they're like the whiter colored ones.
Has First come out yet?
No, he's still in there.
I'm going to look at them and I go, listen to me very carefully. I want you to go back into the shop and I want you to find a dwarf man. He'll have a beard, probably be smoking a pipe, and his hair will be slicked over his head and will be shaved on the sides. He'll have a great axe with him. He'll be wearing slightly tattered clothing. Find him and ask him to come out and meet me here.
You're asking us to do a lot, mister. Are you gonna maybe give us some food when we're done?
Oh, don't worry about that.
And also, as you say that, as he says that, you see that he's got like breadcrumbs and stuff on his mouth and on the clothes.
You do realize I was going to pay you, right?
Was? Like, you're not now?
Well, you left money on the table.
I didn't have a choice. They're bigger than us. And there's more of them. There's only 4 of us.
You have to use your head. If you can't beat them with your size, which isn't basically ever going to happen with you, you have to use your head. Now go find the dwarf man.
All right.
He and I will come up with a solution to this problem.
Okay, and I think we should probably end it here because I do not know what Urs will be doing in this situation, and I don't want to select if he would have stayed or left or what have you. So because I don't know what his choice would be in this spot. He did message me mid game, by the way, and say that he wanted to be here, but he couldn't make it because of some unforeseen events. So, but yeah, what is all of that?
I got busy.
Oh yeah.
That is a lot of decorations. Anyway, guys, thank you so much.
What the hell would you guys do to my room?
What the fuck?
That's what I was looking at. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Rooms ever. These rooms
Oh,
are
the
lovely.
kitchen.
The kitchens are not even here.
You are now the kitchen.
You are
Deal
the
with it.
kitchen.
I mean, my plan was to give Urs this room and sleep in the kitchen, but apparently the kitchen is my room.
There you go.
All right, so we will work out some kinks with the technology and stuff. Thank you for those of you who have stayed this long in the video. We have had undoubtedly some sketchy moments along the way, but we're starting to get into a decent rhythm. I feel. I think we're all coming together. Role plays, never been an issue. Whenever there's been time for it, people are doing great stuff. We have big things planned for the future. There should be a link in the description to join our Discord if you want to come in and talk to us. I am pretty much always online myself to just say hi. I'm a pretty nice guy except for when I'm not. So, but then again, isn't everyone? Except for if they're not a guy, then
I'm
they'd
not
be
a
a nice
very nice
person.
guy at all.
Yeah, well,
Pretty bad guy.
I mean, that's good because I hear they finished last, so you don't want to,
What?
you don't want to lose. Never mind. With that, everyone, thank you very much for your time. We're so glad to have you as part of the community. If you like what we did, hit like and subscribe to us. Join our Discord. Comment down below. Let us know if we made mistakes. I'm sure you're going to. But yeah, thank you very much, and we will see you all next time.
Goodbye.